We have arrived, whether you're ready or not.
I'm here. Get used to it.
I am also here in spirit and with my body. So that's like double.
I'm never really anywhere in spirit.
Yeah, I mean, I
It's
don't know.
kinda
I don't
there.
have much of
I'm like a shell of a
Whether you're
person.
ready or not.
I'm here.
Okay,
Get used.
cool. We're not primed.
We're
Again.
not prime.
Amazon primed.
Just gonna go ahead and share it around, you know.
Oh, that's not my phone.
Gonna do the little sharesies.
Do some shares. Sharing is caring. That's what communism is about.
Communism. I'm gonna watch us shout that out. Communism.
Yeah, communism. I'm on the list.
I'm on several lists already.
I mean, I don't know. I think that will be like, you know, when I go to whatever afterlife is there, not starting a poignant conversation, but I'm just gonna be like, how many lists was that on before I die?
Just let me know.
Yeah, like
really
that'd be
can't.
a great
That-
question to
I
ask.
just want to ask, you know, the omniscient being just like, look, man, like, was I on a ban list from like a Dick's Last Resort in like Miami or something? Can you tell me what happened that night?
I was at Dick's one time. Brian Martin almost fought a guy.
What? I have a terrible story too. It was a bachelor party, one of my buddies, and there's like 15 people at booths and all that, and one of the girls throws a fry and hits somebody. So the girl naturally responds by throwing a 44-ounce Coke, but it misses,
Naturally.
but it misses her and hits the small children at the booth next to them.
Oh God.
The dad was irate, and rightfully so.
Yeah.
Honestly, like, you just threw a 44-ounce Coke at my kid.
At
What's
my
the problem?
child.
And then they paid their bill, and it was like $180 or something. Like, they were like, "I'm so
Skylar,
sorry."
How's
But-
the sound? How's all the audio sound? Wanna
Do you
make
hear us with your ear holes?
Yeah.
That'd be good to know.
Tell us.
Tell us in the comments, preferably.
Divulge your secrets.
I got some stuff to talk about today.
Do you?
What are we going to talk about?
Possibly.
Possible
Maybe.
stuff.
Is it about having John Claude Van Damme from
No.
Bloodsport on my shirt?
I think that should be the
Too
first
much
order
work.
of business. That's the first. Come on. You got Google. You got
you got the Google.
You got the Googles.
They say we sound good.
Do we?
Thank you, baby.
Butterbase is back.
Miranda goes, you sound. Skylar goes, it's good. Miranda says, you sound good. I'm like,
Oh,
thank
How do-
you,
how do
baby.
I sound?
excellent.
How do I sound?
How does
Fat?
how does Dave sound specifically?
Specifically, okay, let's isolate the audio.
We're gonna need to spend a good hour and a half making sure I sound all right.
Need more snare in my headphones.
I gotta say, for the intro, the Bruce of Dudes intro, like you definitely went almost Dave Chips on there.
Did I?
Like the way you sound and like in the we're some dudes. Like you kind of put some grit into
Put
it.
some
And I'm
grit?
like, yeah.
It had character. It had character.
It did. It really did.
That grit fought in Vietnam, man. Don't disrespect.
Damn right.
Damn straight.
Like
It's America.
I thought you meant my single Bruise with Dudes. Hey y'all, listen to these.
I can listen to all of that right now.
Breathe.
If I ever get on there and be hello, we do it.
Let's see if I can figure out which
I
one.
was trying to
you
do
are.
Glenn from Letterkenny.
See, I have not seen Letterkenny.
Oh my God.
We're some dudes.
Ow.
We like brews. We're some dudes.
See? Hear it?
Chips in there, some chips in there.
We like brews.
A smattering of
Hey y'all, I'm a dude. And I like brews. It's time for brews with dudes.
I'd buy it. I'll take 8.
Here's mine.
I'm a dude. And I like brews. It's time for brews with dudes.
Let's do all of them at once again.
It's just so chaotic. I love it.
Oh, you haven't heard it.
No, I haven't.
Hey y'all, we're some dudes. We like brews.
Nick's the best. This really comes in.
He sounds.
This is juicy. Juicy.
It sounds like a smattering of future pedophiles. And I love it. Like, it's just.
Bite your tongue.
Tyler decided he
Never.
wanted to do like an ASMR version.
Oh, Tyler's one's great. Man, that show did not go as expected.
Oh my god.
How was the?
Miranda says you sound amazing, Dave.
Oh, she's big old sweetie.
Amazing.
She's the best.
Sweetie.
Hey, Mr.
She is the
David.
best.
Remember when we delivered heavy things on trucks? That was
Fuck
fun.
that.
Yeah, that was.
Fucking AJ. Who the fuck calls cereal sauce milk?
What?
AJ, get out of the chat. You have things to do.
I'm confused.
I want my $40. You get out of here.
I'm confused.
Nah, he doesn't owe me $40. He's an honest fellow, really, most of the time.
I'm confused.
His joke.
It's funny because it's a joke.
His joke. Like,
I'm gonna do this entire show as an accent. I want an accent.
Oh yeah.
okay,
Introduce me to someone else.
Let's go ahead. Let's just go ahead and start the show.
Let's say let's start the show.
The following journey into comics.
Journey into comics.
Journey into comics.
Journey into comics.
Journey into comics. Network production.
Who's ready for Huggies?
Warning. Podcast This is Podcast with Nick and Tyler, and we're coming at you with a fistful of heritage. On a podcast where anything goes and there are no safe spaces. This is Podcast Reply.
Like it, love it, yee!
What is up, ladies and gentlemen? This is Podcastrophe, episode 107. I had to look at the live feed to remember what number this is.
it's a big number.
Numbers are hard.
There's 3
I look
numbers,
up and I was like,
so
oh yeah, it's 107.
It's beyond my
I
comprehension.
about put 106. I about said 106. Yeah, we're here. We're here.
We out here.
Of course, I got Dave here,
What
filling in for
up?
Tyler,
How's
doing
it
the
going?
best he can,
Which is
because
not a whole lot.
Tremendous
but
effort.
you are the best.
Oh,
You're doing
thanks.
great. You're doing great.
And if you can't tell, Patrick's here again.
And low.
That's
Aw.
Patrick.
I'm Patrick. I'm the only other guy in the room, so I mean, like, I could be Dick, but
No, he's Patrick.
I don't have that great of a voice.
a check.
Butterbase is back. I'm glad that tickled Dick.
Butter voice.
Listen.
Oh my god. I need to have you, like, the network just needs to, like, recruit you to do, like, all of our bumpers.
Yeah.
Like, you can
We're
easily
coming to you
advertise us
live.
all.
Yeah. Please advertise me.
Yeah.
Not my show.
just to have you heard of Dave?
I'll do a bumper just for Dave.
Just
Devoted
bumper.
completely.
Podcast fee will have a Dave only bumper.
subscribe to Dave.
Subscribe to Dave. Do Dave things with Dave.
Dave's a dude.
Dave is a dude.
He likes
you should.
brews.
And many other things.
It's broad. It's vague. I like it.
This show's off to a great start.
This is gonna be a fun
It's gonna be
time.
good. It's gonna be a
weird
good
having
one.
a guest
It's gonna
on
be
the
a
show.
good-
Everybody
I know.
buckle in.
I was talking to Tyler the other day. I was like, "Yeah, I've been trying to get Patrick on here. I tried to get him on last week, and it's just been me and Dave, which is great." And he's like, "Blaine, I've told you before, we don't always have to have a guest." I'm like, "No, we don't, but it's nice.
Yeah.
But it's different people.
It's different people." and
I
it's
didn't mind not
nice.
having a guest, but it's nice to have one. This is my first time co-hosting with a guest.
Excellent. I'm honored. Truly.
Let me ask you a question, Patrick. So you've been saying "hello" a lot.
Yeah.
I've heard that before. I've read it before, at least. I've never actually heard someone say it. Where does that come from? Obviously, you're saying hello.
Yeah.
Obviously.
It is it's some ridiculous meme-based culture where the meme doge, the sheep. That'll be it'll be used like in like animal memes, things like that, like a bird poking up out of a hole, like hello. so that is its origin. I use it first ironically, and now I can't stop. I'm sorry, you'll hear it at least 39
deep.
more times.
He's in deep.
It's kind of like how
I'm in way deep, neck deep. So
it's basically how I started saying "get wrecked, scrub."
I mean, it happens.
I can't stop now.
You use it ironically, and now I say yeet every time I bike down State Street. I just yell it at people. It's chaotic evil shit. Like,
Like between get wrecked and get fucked.
Yeah, just
Oh, I love saying "get fucked."
Get fucked.
it was like back in the day
Hard
of
T.
MW2. I was like, get shit on, get pooped on. Like that was
Get
my
pooped on.
Get
Oh my
pooped
god,
on.
we used to say that shit playing Halo all the time.
Dude, Halo lobbies were truly a work of art of early 2006
Oh
internet.
my- yeah, my
So-
Yes, they
oh
were.
my god, the shit talking was phenomenal.
It was
back
great.
then.
Honestly, I don't think the kids today on Instagram can handle it.
No,
I
no.
mean, so many
Good.
people have fucked my mom. I didn't know about
Some
some
12-year-old.
12. I was like,
I remember there was a video back in the day. It was like how to talk shit in Halo, and it was like 50s style educational video. Like, oh, hello there, little Timmy. How you doing today? Oh, hi, sir.
like it's the dodgeball instructional
Oh,
video
yeah.
or something.
Absolutely, and it's just
Well, hey there, Phil. You want to take a break from that lead-based paint and come help me out? Like,
I'm sure it's out with their mother's a whore.
there's like all kinds of shit on there. Like it teaches you how to crouch hump, like teabag people and shit. It's like should have drank your Ovaltine, bitch. What? Eat shit eater. Like just.
I remember the
super
hollow
awful shit like
threats that I would give people. I told one guy, I was like, I'm going to break into your house, but I'm not going to steal anything or hurt anybody. I'm just going to take the batteries out of your remote and replace them with shitty dead batteries. I'm going to do that every day.
Calm down there, Dane Cook.
Yeah,
Jesus
it's
Christ.
It's, come on, man. Like, I just want to threaten. It's just like, that's such an odd threat. It's like,
Or just leave Legos at their house.
I always wanted to
I
do.
would
I always wanted to do a B&E.
B&E,
Bacon
not
and
a
eggs.
bacon
Not
and
a
eggs.
bacon and eggs.
That's
although
delicious.
that sounds delicious.
It's amazing.
No.
Dude.
All right, eat there,
Breaking-
Dane Cooks.
Breaking and entering.
See, I'm not 12 anymore. I just don't do the Dane Cook.
I finally got my chance. I kicked down that door and I ran inside, and it turns out I just wanted to kick down a door.
Yeah, I just wanted the experience.
I just walked out of there, and now sometime later, the family's gonna come home, find their door kicked down. The husband's gonna go in, all protective and shit, and there's not gonna be anything wrong.
It's just open.
I always want to break someone's house and just rearrange their furniture.
Chaotic neutral shit.
Yeah,
Like,
super.
it's just now the couch is over here. Haha, run away.
Like everything's super clean too.
Yeah, like-
they did my laundry.
It's like I can't even be mad about this. Like, oh no, you bastards! Like, confused.
Or just find like a bag of chips and just open it,
And
and
that's
walk out.
That's the worst in my house.
Oh, no.
That would be the
That-
worst.
that is way all over the line. I can't do that. That's
AJ says, worst thing I've been called online is a cum snuggling fuck knuckle. COD sniping for the win.
Wow.
I
that's
bet you
creative.
had an ACOG on your intervention, you fucking bitch. Like,
Shut up, nerd.
shut up,
Yeah,
nerd.
fuck up, nerd.
That's what I say all the time. That's my thing. I
Shut up,
say,
nerd.
Shut up, nerd.
Oh shit, we got Nick Maxon in the room.
In the
Hello.
room?
What is up? Welcome to the Fracas, as you haven't said in a very long time, and it's disappointing.
We're doing things. They're not great things, but they are technically
They're
things.
things.
They are things. It's a lively show today. I like
I
it.
like it. We have energy.
Man,
I mean, you do. I'm just feeding off you guys because I'm
Yeah,
just
you
want to
are.
go to bed.
This is just an intro. I don't want to be here.
No, I want to be here.
Hey, Dave, are you still recovering from Sunday?
You know what? I wasn't as bad as I thought it would be, but
So
it was rough.
I wasn't hungover. I never got hungover.
I wasn't hungover.
I never even. So for those listening, we celebrated and recorded episode 100 of Brews with Dudes
Yee.
right over at the Doom Room.
Momentous.
Yee.
Oh yeah, it was a good time. It was a really good time.
It was a good
The
blast.
goal was to drink 100 shitty beers between. Well, it was
Seven of
supposed
us.
to be 10 of us. Ended up being 7 of us. So
Oh goodness.
we each had to do around 14 beers. I got to 9.
I don't remember where I got to, but Tyler and Chase took me home.
Yeah, Tyler.
Sounds like a good time to me. Like,
Yeah, we. Spoiler alert. We didn't make it to 100.
No, we didn't.
I was gonna say that was.
It was like getting around 9 o'clock and we were still drinking
Oh,
beers.
yeah,
I'm
I was
I have
like-
to work
I
tomorrow.
was like, yeah, before.
It's like, come on, boys.
The worst part of my recovery. So, I went to Grindstone Charlie's earlier in the day. That was my lunch.
All right.
That was the only thing I ate. I didn't eat breakfast. I ate that, and then I went to the Doom. I went immediately over to Nick's, and I didn't eat again the rest of the night.
Really?
Yeah.
I
Well,
shoved so much pizza.
Oh
in
well,
my
there's the
fat
pizza.
face.
I had 2 slices of pizza.
I was prepared. I know the
I had the
drill.
2 slices of pizza, which Austin showed me spread buffalo dip on top.
Oh, everyone
which-
did that. I'm pretty sure
was-
everyone did.
But I saw Austin do it first, and then so I started doing it. I was like, "Oh my god, this is amazing! Why have I never done this
You
before?"
feisty bitch, Austin. Thank you.
To be fair, I've never actually had pizza and buffalo dip near each other before, so
You never made the connection. It's delicious, isn't it?
Yeah.
Jess
Oh,
makes
a
a
lot of
really
places-
good buffalo.
Jess makes a really hot buffalo dip.
It's really good though.
Is it like white people spicy or like spicy?
It's white people spicy.
Is white people spicy?
I'll admit it's white people spicy.
Is white people spicy?
To me, it's not. It's extra.
See, I love the
Like
spicy
Miranda,
food,
she
though.
makes it. It's got a decent amount of heat to it, but there's a lot more flavor. So it's a trade-off.
like creaminess, things like that. Other
Yeah.
parts of buffalo sauce.
But I mean,
Chickeny.
they were both good. I mean,
Some
I was
buffalo. An
actual
buffalo. An actual buffalo.
surprisingly Sunday, I didn't get drunk at all.
Really?
I think it might have been like that hour break we took,
Yeah, that definitely.
but
I think that hurt us more because
Yeah.
I kept going because I didn't want to slow down, so I kept drinking.
I don't need a break. I'm not a bitch. Like,
I just didn't want to like 'cause if I stopped for an hour to do the podcast. I'm like, I don't want to drink anymore.
I feel like I should have. See, I didn't want to get fucked up, so I took the break and decided to, take because I didn't. My goal wasn't to get drunk. My goal was to just finish my beers.
Yeah,
I should have not taken the break because I would have finished the beers.
I had the Summers brothers take me home because I haven't drank for like almost 2 weeks before
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
as I
Easy there.
Don't
Sorry,
you die.
I forgot how to breathe.
I remember
Excuse
my
me.
first natter day.
Keep the dream alive. 2 days. Please, it's my last wish. Storm it. Take it down. Tear it down. All the fences.
So that is one of the things I was wanting to talk about today.
2 days, ladies and
We're
gentlemen.
2 days away from the Area
It
51.
is 2
raid.
days, isn't
2
it?
days.
And so far, people have actually been arrested trying to get.
Yes,
in Area
I've seen
51.
the
Is that legit? Or
Yeah,
I saw some
as
of
far as
it.
I know, it's
I don't
legit.
trust
I-
Facebook.
Well, yeah, that's a bad place to get news, but as far as I know, there have been.
But
a
it's not.
few
It wouldn't be
people-
surprising if they have. It would not be surprising. Like, to me, this is dreams come true because I want to see this happen.
Let's see them aliens.
I want to see some dumbasses get mowed down and or arrested in mass because
Or-
they're dumb enough to go.
It's just
Yeah,
furries and weebs. They're not actually people. It's fine.
But no, like the cool thing is,
It's okay.
if they actually manage to
Breach
Like,
the perimeter.
breach the perimeter or just go do it in general, I think this will show them that they really can't get us all. And
We can do that a lot.
Maybe, yeah, there's more.
What
of
if
us
we
than
all
there is
stop
them.
paying our taxes at once?
Whoa!
Oh,
What if we all just quit our jobs?
everybody just, you know what? I'm done. Like, anarchy,
Like-
Molotovs through windows. Like,
People just don't understand the power they have in mass. When,
It's true.
Like, I mean, we have all these like silent protests where everybody's like, "Oh yeah, don't use Facebook for a whole day,"
boycotts, things like that.
yeah, shit like that, and like a lot of people are like, "Yeah, we're gonna do it," but it's like
They never follow through.
And then you got the
know.
people that are like, "Yeah, what's it gonna fucking matter anyways?"
Yeah.
Like there was like that one time everybody was like, "Don't buy gas today. Don't buy gas. Do not go to a gas station." I can't remember how long ago that was, but like
Is that during like the $5-6?
I don't think so. It might have been.
That was when I was a small wee lad, so I didn't drive a vehicle,
Shit.
so I was okay.
When I
with
started
it.
driving, it was $4 when I started driving.
That is horrendous.
So that was 2008. So
Wow. Yeah, I think you're right. It's about around that same
Yeah.
for me.
Yeah. Oh wait.
Austin Hill says Dave blends so beautifully.
Oh, shucks.
I think he's doing
I
great.
think Austin's going to be on the show next week.
Really?
I asked him the other day.
I'll be there.
Yeah, you will.
Yeah, I will.
I'll be watching from this tiny window up here
Hmm?
that is off camera,
Jerking it.
allegedly.
Allegedly.
Like, there's no hard proof.
But I do want to talk about these raids.
Yeah.
So I have a question.
Yeah.
Who is our shock troops? Who's our first troops to be sent?
Naruto runners.
I thought that was the flank. I thought they were our flank.
All right. Okay. We need speed and precision in the center flank. So here's what we do. We have Kyle's. Kyle's are going to be the stopping power of the group. They will go in after the Naruto runners. That's the center.
Oh, that makes sense. Yeah,
That's Army
that
Group
makes sense.
Center right there. So on the right,
There are expendable DPS.
yes, they're glass cannons. They're really unreliable. Once they run out of monsters, it's you don't want to be there. Anyways,
Caffeine hangover.
drywall didn't stand a chance though. They'll make it through. Don't worry. They like knocking down walls. I don't know. It's a Kyle thing. The internet made it, by the way. Just obey. Anyways, so once on the right flank, we will have probably the furries and the weebs, because I don't really know what the right flank's going to be doing. So they'll just kind of do their own thing. I don't know. They're independent. They can congregate themselves as such.
That's not a very effective flank, to be honest.
I mean, we have a center flank as long as we don't get like one A10 to show up and just get us all. Like, I guess
The left has to be the juggalos.
the
Is-
jug-
is
the
it even-
They're pretty unpredictable. You can keep
Isn't
them
even
more
a flank
fun.
if it's the center.
If it's the center, we have. God damn it, Dick! Fuck off. It's the center, okay? The center implies that there are flanks. There's a right flank and a left flank.
AJ says you need the vapors to provide the smoke screen to be able to attack efficiently, and we need to get on that. It's a good thing it's 2 days from now because vapors that might get banned soon.
Yeah,
We're not
we
gonna- we're
need
not
you,
gonna need
Vapors.
Yeah.
Vapors, this is your time to shine.
Yeah. We need
We
you.
need you in our darkest hour.
Grab your weird vapes and join us in the fight.
Grab your bullshit mods and just head out to the desert, baby.
Your weird bricks that have smoke
Holy
in
shit.
them.
Austin says it was 79 cents when he started driving gas.
Well, that was like 1950.
Yeah, that's true.
How was the war, Austin?
All of them.
All the wars.
All of them. Nice. Yeah, I genuinely hope it happens. One,
I
just,
mean,
just for my
what?
own. No,
Yeah.
no.
Hey, you know what would be rad? World War III. Like,
I hope the Area 51 raid happens genuinely because, one, I want to be entertained. Two, I want people to see that if you gather up in
the
a large...
internet is powerful. We
Yeah,
as a
the
conglomerate
internet's
are
powerful.
powerful.
Numbers are powerful. You don't have to do this to Area 51. You can do this anywhere.
You do this to
Any
the White House.
Government.
You
Yeah.
can do this to the post office. You can, I mean, they can't get you anywhere you want. You
To that Taco Bell with that bitch
Oh my
Cindy.
God.
that bitch Cindy can't even make a fucking quesadilla right.
AJ says if y'all didn't get your THC cards from Wish.com, vaping wouldn't be almost banned. Then Austin says illegal THC vape tanks are causing sickness and death, so they're going to further outlaw vaping. Makes sense. It's
I'll
so
take
stupid. I'll take 8.
I'll take 8.
Eight,
Can you give me the link?
8 vapes, please.
8 vapes. I want the cheap Chinese ones. I'm pretty sure I can pick one up on campus one day.
Ones are made of gasoline and styrofoam.
Yeah, it's just solid styrofoam, and it's like I don't
This
even.
is harsh.
Yeah, woo! This has a bite to it. This tastes like carcinogen as fuck. Like,
It's real harsh.
yeah, like I'm not
So
even.
silly.
I'm not even enjoying this shit. Like, does this get you high?
Like, just dead. There's like whoever you're with, just dead.
Feel like a big
Cyanide
gulp.
flavored. Like,
Say a big gulp.
I don't know, man.
goodness.
Saying shit.
I'm just saying
I'm
words.
part of the background today. It don't even matter.
So, disembodied David's head. What have you been up to?
Huh? Not much. Just working. That's about it. You know, living my exciting life.
Adulthood
Yeah,
plus
adulthood.
one.
I mean, I play the D and D's sometimes. That's about it.
You got a good character. Can he talk to dragons?
No. I want to talk about it.
Is he dead? Do we need to press F in the chat? Everybody drop F's in the chat right now. I think something.
Press
tragic.
F.
No.
Press F.
Press F for pay respects.
Please press F.
I wish more people would watch and then just a flood of F's.
A flood of
That would
Fs.
make me so happy.
You know, I've seen there was actually an article where a Twitch streamer was streaming and died on the stream, and everybody just spammed F in the chat instead of doing it.
Oh my
Like, he
God.
died in the like literally he was on the screen like that, and everybody was just F in the
Do you have
chat.
a heart attack? or
Holy
something?
I don't know the
shit.
details. I don't know why he what really happened medically, but yeah, he died on a stream, and everybody just dropped an F in the chat, and I'm like, I love the internet, but I hate the internet at the same time. I'm like, nobody called anybody. They were just F and just logged out. I'm gonna go watch another stream. Fuck this guy.
He doesn't do anything. He just sits there.
He just sits there like an asshole. What a bitch.
Wow. That's some funny stuff, guys.
We're funny guys. Death is funny. We're all gonna die.
It's coming for us. Oh shit.
Austin says, my childhood was not growing up in a constant state of war where I had no idea what was going on while reeling the 90s era of drugs and psychedelics before the 2000s decided to be a shitstorm.
I wasn't even there.
Thanks.
I was not responsible for any of that. I was like building Legos or some shit, man. Like I was just chilling.
Man, if I had the opportunity, I'd still build Legos.
Man, I need some Legos. You want to go buy some Legos, David?
Yeah, let's buy some fucking Legos.
Dude, what are we gonna build? We gonna build a Star Destroyer? I kind of
Those are like $700.
Dude, okay, the Star Wars Legos are pretty out of control,
Yeah.
but I remember I got the Millennium Falcon as like a 4-year-old kid, and I was like, this is the most complex schematic I have ever seen.
This is my life.
Yeah, like it was just like, I must solve this. It is Pandora's box of Legos.
So,
And obviously, as a 4-year-old, I have the attention span of a goldfish, so it never got done. But somewhere there's a Millennium Falcon, not quite done, but it's on my to-do list.
funny story involving Legos.
I love Legos.
So the last house I lived at, my buddy Joe's, I moved out of. Obviously, I'm here.
Makes sense. That tracks. It all
He
tracks.
live in
started
this house.
seeing somebody, and this person was a giant Harry Potter fan. They were never like officially together, but they were always hanging out, and he's like obsessed and kept getting like activities for them to do. So we got a couple of Lego sets, Harry Potter Lego sets. And one of the times, this is like right after I moved out. So one of the times I went back over there to get some more stuff that I had left there. And he just always left the house unlocked, so whatever. I never even got a key to the house when I lived
Straight
there.
Canadian. Just
All right.
come on in.
Always left it fucking unlocked. So I went over there, and this is the first time I see all this Lego shit on the table, and they had obviously started it, hadn't finished it. So I'm
You pooped in their box.
no.
Pro move.
No, I got my stuff loaded up, and I went back in, and I was just looking through the pieces, and I'm like, they are never going to complete this. I took a piece.
You son
That
of a
is-
bitch.
That is heinous. Like, how dare you? Honestly, I'm
kind of mad for him.
I'm kind of pissed. Honestly, I don't even like Harry Potter,
I still
but
got it.
like,
I still got it.
I bet you do. Like,
I don't know where it's at.
do you
but I
wear
got
it as a necklace or some shit? Like,
Uh,
they will never solve this.
turns out that he never even went back to it. He just,
It's just there.
as far as I know, he never finished it because I asked him a while later. I was
Half-price
like,
Legos.
because like the next day,
I'll take some Legos.
the next day I was like, hey Joe, I see you was doing some Legos there last night.
Doing Legos. Hey, son, what are you doing? Oh, I'm doing Legos. Oh, you. It's like a fucking
Go
erectus.
my room, I'm doing
Another-
Legos.
Another
Get out
funny
of my
story.
room.
Another
I
funny
can't
story
pause
involving-
Minecraft.
involving same person. So before me, my friend Richard, rest in peace, friend of the show, he lived with him, and Joe got this basketball. He bought this like $30 basketball. So he goes,
She's a lot for a basketball.
it is a lot for a basketball, which makes it the rest of it hilarious. So Richard moves out, and Joe goes to play basketball, and he can't find his basketball anywhere. He's like, so he asked Richard. He's like, "Hey, did you accidentally take my basketball?" He's like, "Dude, no, I didn't. I didn't take your basketball." Like, well, are you sure? He's like, "I don't know. I have no idea what you're talking about." Like, for like 6 months, he's like, Joe claimed that Richard stole his basketball. And then out of nowhere, Richard, it's not even a topic or anything. He just, hey dude, I found your basketball in my trunk. But he swears up and down that Richard, like even after that, he swore up and down that Richard stole his basketball. So when I moved out, I stole his basketball. It's in that closet.
It's the perfect cover, honestly.
Man, I feel bad for this dude.
What? Legos,
If you knew him better,
basketballs.
you wouldn't. AJ has a long one.
Oh, let me see it. The paragraph.
He says, we don't have enough gray Legos for that setting, although... Oh, because Austin said build Barovia out of Legos. Barovia. We don't have enough gray Legos for that setting, although at the rate we're going in Dungeons with Dudes, we're going to need a lot more red pieces. He says,
Yeah, they're
LOL,
screwed.
just paint the wolves red.
You're done.
They're
You're
screwed.
done.
So we're playing D&D for Dungeon with Dudes,
Okay.
and they're in a I don't give anything away, but they're in a pretty tough fight coming up. So
Blood would be spilled.
it will be.
Give us some, like, context. Like, what's been going on over there?
What's been
been
going
going on
on?
in
in the
I'll
campaign?
give you a recap.
Yeah,
So
let's
they-
do a
Give me the
recap.
rundown.
Because
Come on,
they
the
ended up-
dossier.
I haven't, despite mixing it, I have not been listening to any of it.
You should. It's pretty good.
I don't have time.
So all the characters.
I have other podcasts
I
to
don't have
listen
time for
to.
podcastrophe.
You're on,
Bye.
so...
Right.
Oh,
Although I did
come
listen
back,
to last
David.
week's episode.
Did you? Listen to part of it. I
Yeah.
throw on some stuff. But yes, the campaign. They all made level 1 characters.
AJ says he's so ready to die.
It's close. So they ended up in this
It's
in the
close.
world of Barovia,
Mhm.
which is a really old D&D module. It's one of the very first modules that they ever put out, like in the 70s.
Okay.
Ye old D&D.
Pretty much. But Barovia is part of like Castle Ravenloft, which the leader, the head of Castle Ravenloft
Austin says hashtag me too, AJ.
is Baron
Getting
von
closer every day, boys.
Baron von Strahd, which is pretty much Dracula. Like, he is the big bad guy in this whole world, and he brought the whole land into darkness because his presence is there.
He's
Like,
a bad
he's
dude. He's like,
controlling this entire world, basically. And the mists of Barovia will just pick people up and take them to Barovia. And that's what happened to these guys. So
so.
they're trying to find a way out of Barovia,
Ooh.
and they ran to a fortune teller early on who gave them some clues on how best to destroy Baron von Strahd. Let's say Strahd von Zarovich is his real name, but Baron von Strahd's better.
Baron von Strahd does sound like a convincing vampire name.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But they're currently
I'm convinced.
looking for
He
a...
probably sucks. I believe it.
Oh, he does.
Sucks blood.
Vampires!
SUCC. Sucking blood for you and me.
But they're trying to find this sword called the Sun Sword. And they just found the Sun Sword. But they also, while finding that Sun Sword, ran into 8 werewolves and 10 regular wolves that are about to rip their throats out.
Regular wolves.
Just werewolves.
They're the betas.
Those bitch ass regular wolves with their bitch asses.
Like, oh, we had legs.
we have
We have 4 legs, but not like...
we don't have muscly bodies. We don't fucking.
They're not like those cool fucking legs that they have.
Oh,
You have
werewolves.
regular legs.
Boys, you got thumbs. Yeah, you're better than me, bud. Like regular wolves.
I can't open doors. This is bullshit.
This is actually not fair. Evolution, what the fuck?
But boom.
So fun fact: Cherry Pepsi contains 0% juice, as the nutritional facts
for
tell me.
for 100% kids.
It says contains 0%
How,
juice.
how discouraged would you be if you picked up a soda and said 100% kids? You'd be like, I'm not doing that. Would you-
I'd be like, absolutely
no,
no.
I'm putting this
No.
back. Like, I'm adventurous, but fuck, no.
Yeah.
Like,
Like, fuck it, whatever.
just do it. 100% kids. We don't know what it is.
What a wild episode.
Getting goofy.
Hey, it's off to a
Goofy.
good start.
I'm okay with that. I'm very okay with that. I mean, shit, we're only almost a half hour in. Damn.
We're doing
The
great.
goofiness factor is getting ramped up.
Goofiness
Oh, yeah.
factor.
I mean, I'm already out of stuff to talk about.
I mean, this
Goddamn.
is weapons grade bullshit right here. All you gotta do
I'm
is
so good at bullshit.
Oh,
So good at it.
I know, Dave. I drove to you. Remember when we drove to Chicago like the first time?
Yes.
We worked together, and you were like, "You're either gonna get Patrick or Luke," and you were like, "Please get Patrick. Please get Patrick. Please get Patrick. Please get Patrick."
So, I met Patrick when we worked at 2 Men in a Truck movie company.
Okay.
And he I knew of him through Brett
Okay.
because he lived with Brett, but it was like his first day, I think, and I had to go to Chicago for a trip. And I was hoping to get Patrick because the other dude is a big old piece of shit.
Ah.
And I got stuck with Patrick. I just made him deal with my bullshit.
And then we listened to the audio tape of, what was that punk band we listened to about the heroin tub?
Oh, no effects.
No effects.
The
yes,
no
heroin
effects book is really, really
The
good.
heroin tub.
Hepatitis bathtub
The
tub.
hepatitis bathtub.
and other stories.
Sounds unpleasant, doesn't it? He's
That
like,
book's
hey,
really good.
let me
It's
show you about the hepatitis bathtub. I'm like, I'm in the
Hashtag
passenger
yikes.
seat, so I don't have anywhere to go, so I guess I'm trapped. So, but it was a good story. It was a good time. Good drive. Saw Soldier Field where the Bears disappoint their fans every year. It's
Yeah.
great.
Yeah, saw that. Good time.
Even without Jay Cutler,
Even without Jay Cutler.
who is my spirit animal.
I mean, I feel like smoking Jay Cutler brings a real energy to the NFL with his lack of energy.
Good old football.
I told Tyler that he was my spirit animal. He's like, I never made that connection before, but
I mean, you and
it
Jay
makes
Cutler,
sense.
you and Jay Cutler could share a beer and it would work out. Trust me. Like, have a ciggy on the sideline of Green Bay versus Chicago in 07, something like that. I can picture it.
07. I don't think he's been around for that long.
07. Maybe. I don't know. Chicago doesn't have quarterbacks anyway. Whatever.
Yeah, you're right.
Like,
I'm going to my first NFL game this weekend.
ooh, where at?
Nice.
Indy.
Indy and
Falcons.
Colts
So-
and Falcons?
My team versus Miranda's team.
you're a Falcons fan?
I am a Falcons fan.
20-3.
I know.
I know. I mean, you're like Brett Maxwell's team, the Seahawks. You let the enemy have the ring.
Dude, no.
I know that this
The
is
Patriots
a tough.
just finally started playing.
Yeah, they're just like, oh wait, we're in
I
the
think-
Super Bowl. We should probably
No.
start doing sports ball.
The Patriots started targeting our rookie, like hardcore, like that every time we fucked up, it was because of the fucking rookie. I can't remember his name. It's been 2-3 years now since then.
It's been a while. Been 2 Super Bowls, I think.
Yeah, it's been 3 years since.
Yeah.
Wow.
It was Atlanta and New England, then it was Philadelphia and New England, and then it was New England and the Los Angeles Rams last year. In the most boring Super Bowl of all time.
Absolutely.
I remember
It
I
was
barely got through
awful.
my third plate of wings.
It was awful. Let's admit it. Yeah, defense is a thing, but it was not a fun
It was
game
bad.
to watch.
I
Like,
don't even think we watched it.
yeah, that was the first Super Bowl I didn't watch because I was working that day, and then I checked my phone. I think it was 3-3 at halftime, and I was like, "What's happening? Like, is there just no offense? Like, are they throwing the ball, or are they just?" Is the 70s and we run every play.
I
like,
can't
up
remember
the
why
middle.
we didn't watch it. I feel like we started watching it and we're like, this sucks. Or maybe I'm thinking of one of the playoff games where I think the Colts were about to get into playoff or get into the Super Bowl, weren't they? They were pretty close, weren't they?
I mean, it depends on what year you tell me.
It was this year with the
Oh yeah,
Patriots.
they lost to Kansas City. No shame in that.
Yeah.
Last year,
Yeah.
the 10-6 Colts, because you guys were 1-5, and then you went 10-6 for the year, which is very respectable. But then Andrew Luck gave it up. I'll respect Andrew Luck. He was hurting, so
Yeah.
you gotta hang it up.
F.
Shut up, nerds.
Hey, who plays quarterback for the Chicago Bears?
Oh, Bears quarterback? I love Bears quarterback.
Bears quarterback's a good man. No, he's not. He's kind of bad.
Yeah, I'm excited. Yeah, we were originally going to go to Indy for like a bounce castle like 5K thing.
There's
Obstacle
5,000
course.
K of bike. Where
It's
is
like a-
this?
it's like a-
giant bouncy castle.
Like,
It's
how
like- it's
long
like a
is
bouncy
it? How
obstacle
long
course.
does it take to blow it up? Jesus Christ! I'm pretty sure
It's a
somebody
bouncy obstacle course. And I
With
was,
3 guys.
I was pretty excited for it, but at the same time, it's like,
men died to fucking give you this bouncy castle.
yeah, but we decided to do the game instead.
We're all sitting and drinking beer instead of running and bouncing. Good call.
Yes.
Good call.
Yes.
I want to drink $9 but Crud Lights and watch the Colts play. God damn it. Hey man, good luck.
I'm watching the Falcons play, not the Colts play.
Okay, I respect that. I'm rooting for you guys.
I'm not a Colts fan.
I'm not a Colts fan either because they booed a hurting man on.
To be fair, I wasn't a Colts fan before that.
Oh, I know. I wasn't a fan of the Manning era.
I think Colts fans are some of the worst fucking fans ever.
I mean, they booed out Andrew Luck, and then back in the day, I remember it was the year it was 06, the year the Steelers won their first Super Bowl in like 3 decades, something like that. They the Steelers got blown out by the Colts earlier in the regular season, and like everybody had their Manning shirts and their Marvin Harrison shirts and everything like that.
Yeah, they're Marvin Gaye shirts.
Yeah, picking up Stevie Wonder as the wide receiver,
Yeah.
but
Spoiler
And
alert, he
then-
lied.
That's a solid pick, man.
Stevie Wonder's got some good hands, man. That's why they call him Wonder. You wonder how he catches it every time.
Yeah.
But so I remember we took a class photo of like it was Jersey Day or something in my elementary school as a 5th grader, and I had one lone Ben Roethlisberger jersey. I looked like a zit in the crowd in the middle, and all this sea of blue of Mannings and Harrison and Joseph Adai and all that. And then the Steelers beat the Colts in Indy after they went 13-3 or like 14-2 or something like that, and they went on to win the Super Bowl. So I walked in with a swagger about me the next day. I said, "Hey boys, y'all catch the game?" Like,
Did you fellows see the sporting game?
did you see the Steelers come to the RCA Dome?
The RCA Dome.
The RCA Dome.
It's not there anymore.
It's not there. It's gone. But I will say, I've been on Lucas Oil Field. Impressive.
It is really nice. I think when was the last time? Okay, so last time I was there, Miranda, she tries to do the Bleed Blue blood drive every year at Lucas Oil.
Yeah.
And you can go down on the field and all that, throw some balls around. You can go in the locker room, do a tour of the locker room. It's pretty neat.
Can you take showers?
No.
Taking that.
They got- they have, like-
That's where we draw the line.
They have
We
like
can't-
it all
Don't
roped
bathe in
off.
here, you savages. Get out of here. Like, all right, you've seen enough. Like,
I start taking my clothes off.
hey,
I'm
hey,
showering.
hey, security, we got a bogey over here
It's-
trying to get in the shower.
At least I was showered.
Lucas Oil is a pretty good place for some Pokemon Go. Just saying. That's all I did the entire time she was giving blood. Just play Pokemon Go around Lucas Oil.
It's a circle, really, so it's efficient, you know.
Yeah. I mean, I had nothing better to do.
Apparently, Gen Con, there was a bunch of stuff going on at Lucas Oil. They had a bunch of tables and set up stuff.
See, I'm curious. I don't quite know what Gen Con is, but I know a bunch of my buddies go to it.
It's amazing. I've not gone the last like 3
I've never
years
been.
because I've been broke, but it's good times.
Is it just as a convention, or
It's they always advertise it as being the best 4 days in gaming. It's pretty accurate. It is pretty much
so? Is it like
Any-
board tabletop sort of deal?
tabletop, card games, video games, board games.
So it's a
anything you can
gaming
think of.
convention where everybody comes and they say, "Hey, games,
Exactly.
excellent. That sounds hot. I'll take it."
The convention center, like the main hall, is where all your like vendors are. So all the board games and everything. And then it's pretty much in downtown Indy is just all Gen Con.
I think I delivered once to Indy when I delivered for Furniture or somebody I'd worked with before you. But yeah, they were. I saw people dressed as like Arya Stark and all that,
Yep.
just walking down the street, just like
A lot of the bars get into it. Like there's a bar called I forget what bar it is. Ram's Head, I think it is.
Mhm.
Who they change their entire menu to fit games and like they have special beers that are like gaming related. And then the convention center itself has different halls. Like there's the vendor hall, then there's the Magic the Gathering hall, which is the grossest one. It smells
It
terrible.
does smell musty. I played Magic for 2 decades, and I can't get over the smell. I wear deodorant. I take showers. I'm not part of the problem. I'm trying to fix it. Moving on.
Yeah. But there's like the D&D hall, board game hall, and it's just pretty much whatever you can think of gaming wise. There's there.
That is
And-
lovely.
It's amazing. I went probably 5-6 years ago. I went all 4 days. We had a hotel. The hotel is connected to the.
It was
Convention
that sort
center?
of catwalk sort of
Yeah.
deal. It was just right over
So
there.
it's just like a fucking party in the hall, like the entire.
Pretty much.
Fuck yeah.
The first.
It's
night.
like MagFest.
Yeah, pretty much. I've heard stories of that as
Yeah.
well.
So Colby Terry, like, anytime MagFest is going on, his story is just lit up with fucking parties in the hotel
Yep.
and like all that shit.
We partied so
Great.
hard that weekend. Oh my god.
So many games.
We got there. Me and my old roommate Matt Trillis. We got there Wednesday night, and we got the hotel and everything. And all the dudes are in it was like probably 6 of us in this hotel room. like, hey, Brian Martin brought all of his Shadowrun stuff, which is a role-playing game. So let's play some Shadowrun. Like, okay. So we went out to the hall in the lobby of the hotel and found the comfy chairs and played D&T, or not played Shadowrun until like 3 in the morning. And we were like the normal ones. Like there's people, I don't know if you guys ever know Warhammer 40K.
Yeah.
There was people literally playing 40K games in the bar. Like they had tables put together and they were having models. And I'm like,
Now,
this is awesome.
That is the figurine game where if I want a unit of elite heavy cavalry, I have to give my firstborn child, right?
Pretty much.
I've heard that it is taxing.
I played
but
for probably, I don't know, 6-7 years.
That's why I play out there. I made a
Still broke because of it.
yeah. They made a Total War game out of that.
Yep.
And I was
That's Warhammer Fantasy.
well, yeah.
There's 2 different ones. There's
Oh.
Fantasy and 40K. 40K is
40K is the future.
Yeah.
Is that right? Where it's
Yeah.
the futuristic sort of setting, and there's Warhammer Fantasy, right?
You're correct.
They made a Total War out of that, and my PC can't run it. It's a tiny, tiny little rig at my parents' house meant to like do taxes and look up memes. That's about all I can
Yeah.
get. But you know, I can't run a game like that. But that definitely looks like a fun game to play, and I would rather buy that game and I could spend all the DLC and everything. And somebody said they're like, yeah, you can buy all the DLC and all the extras for that game at the price of like 1 unit of elite heavy cavalry for figurines, and which is like $140 of like total price. And even Dave's just like, yeah, it's expensive.
That's cheap.
That's cheap.
Compared to
140.
some of that stuff.
I mean, what's the most expensive piece you have seen personally?
So I don't know. I'm not gonna put any names. You don't know this anyways.
What game is this?
Warhammer 40K.
Okay, I'm gonna look it up right now.
There is
Most expensive piece.
one of a friend I know. I'm gonna withhold names.
Names withheld.
Uh,
Don't ask questions.
Went to like a 40K basically convention.
Yeah.
And there is a company called Forge World, and they make models for 40K. That's models you generally can't play in the game or play in like a game they call
Extracurricular, out of tournament rules.
kind of pretty
or-
much.
Yeah.
And there's a 40K version called Apocalypse, which is just a grander scale battle. Like it's huge models. You got big giant tanks and stuff.
Yeah.
My buddy or the guy I know bought a
Allegedly.
Warlord Titan, which is about 4 feet tall. It's
That's
about
a
4 foot
big
tall,
model.
and about like probably about good foot
It's
and a
all
half
just like a
long.
little figurine model, right?
Yeah.
How much?
2,200.
That's more than what I'm looking at right now. This is a list on Imgur.
Are you out?
I'm gonna take a break.
It says $1,560. Mars pattern Warlord Titan.
Yeah.
Just
How much is that one?
$1,560.
Yep. Yeah. The one he got was forget which it was a Hellhound. I don't remember, but it was expensive.
Let's see here. Reaver Titan, $730.
Brian Martin bought something around there.
Eldar Phantom Titan, $640.
Yes. Sounds about right. Those are all models you can't generally have in like the regular game.
Oh, Tyrannid, Hierophant, Bio Titan,
Tyrannid.
Tyrannid. Yeah. $325.
That's not bad.
Tyrannid Harridan. Oh my god, that thing looks badass.
Tyranids are cool, man. Tyranids are basically like, they're aliens that go through space and find planets and literally eat that entire planet. They eat everything on that planet, consume everything on that planet until it's a Tyranid planet, and then they move on. I can tell you some pretty deep lore in 40K.
That's hot.
Yeah, it's real hot.
How deep does the rabbit hole go?
Oh, it goes deep,
Deep.
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 But yeah, that's nerd stuff.
Nerd stuff. I love it.
I'm good at nerd stuff.
Speaking of nerd stuff, I got very fortunate recently in I haven't bought a pack of Magic cards in quite some time, and I was in the checkout line at Walmart. So look over and see the little toy section where they got the Yu-Gi-Oh cards and the Magic cards.
Yu-Gi-Oh.
Yu-Gi-Oh back in the day. Poor Dark Wizard. Anyway, so I look at 2 packs. I buy 2 packs of Magic cards, right? and I pull a foily version of just a fancy card, a counterspell or something. I don't know the price, but I'm like, okay, I think, from reading it, I'm like, this is worth some money. It's worth $139.
Really?
And I spent like maybe $11.24
For
or
the
something
pack. Wow.
for the 2 packs.
That's awesome.
And I was like, I like this, but I don't do this game often. It's essentially like a lottery ticket for cards.
Yeah.
It's
Pretty
like,
much.
It's like most of the time there'll be like $1 worth of cards in there, maybe if you're
Yeah.
lucky.
Of course.
But once in a while, you get the good ones.
One of my buddies was at Gen Con, Alex Buckles, and he was saying that he was because they sell there's a big bunch of booths that'll sell Magic cards and stuff, and he was getting in line to sell like a whole bunch of cards, and one guy just had like a pocket like a breast pocket with like 4 cards in it, and he's like, "Hey man, can I just get in front of you? This won't take me long," and just like pulls out like 4 cards. Guy looks at it and he goes, 3,000? Yeah, fine.
Dude, it's insane. I mean, the highest valued Magic card is a Black Lotus card signed by Mark Rosewater, and I think they valued it at, this is a ballpark guess, I think it's like $25K. So that's a
I'm in the wrong business.
So Dick, how do you like Magic? What's your favorite color?
Isn't there's like a version of,
Purple.
Never played Magic.
Never played Magic.
Never played Magic.
there's like a version of Magic that's like, what is it, like legendary, that people can literally take insurance claims out of their.
No, I mean, I've seen that at Magic tournament. In the Vintage and the Legacy and the Modern tournaments, it gets to the point where people will take out like insurance policies on their deck if it gets stolen or lost.
Jesus.
They'll receive like, I mean, you're talking tens of thousands of dollars in cardboard. Cardboard
Little
made in
pieces
the 90s.
of cardboard.
Cardboard made in the 90s, folks. You want a Lion's Eye Diamond, you want a Black Lotus, you want anything like that, you're going to pay thousands of
That's
dollars.
funny. Alex is actually the first person to show me Magic.
Really?
Yeah, Alex Buckles.
Nice.
Yeah, back in the day.
He plays quite a bit.
Yeah,
I haven't played in a long time.
Alex who?
Alex Buckles,
Does he
the guy I
know?
work with.
Oh.
Yeah, he used to. So my mom used to be married to his uncle, and so
That's right. Yeah.
at one point we were at like a family get together or something, and Alex had just had his Magic cards. Alex used to be really skinny, by the way.
I've heard that.
Yeah,
Actually.
he was
He's told
like-
me that,
really tall and really skinny. Yeah.
and now, like the sands of time.
Girthquake.
Yes, Meg. Dave is wearing a green shirt.
He did it on purpose. It's chaos.
Yeah, but he won't put anything cool on it.
You won't look up John Van Damme or whatever.
He would put Jean-Claude Van Damme from Bloodsport on my stomach, and I'm pissed.
Honestly, it's something to be mad about. It's lazy. It's disgraceful, really.
Keep it up. You're getting Hillary Clinton.
Fine,
You won't
hit
have
me,
seen-
dog.
Storm
More
you know
Rosie
what?
O'Donnell.
Okay, you know what? We're not going to do Area 51. We're going to storm the Clinton estate because they can't suicide all of us. You heard it
Yes,
here first.
yes.
Let's go. Let's
Yeah,
do
when
it.
someone posted that.
I was
Yeah,
like, let's do it, bro. Like, let's do
That was
it.
a pretty quick. That meme came out pretty quick once Epstein died.
Yeah, he was just like, oh no, he suicided himself. Shame. That's a bummer. Guess we'll never know who those pedophiles were.
Even though we know it's most of them.
It's all of them, baby.
Yeah,
Oh yeah.
fuck the government.
Wasn't there like the whole report released recently?
I couldn't tell
It's
you.
like really big. It's a giant ass fucking report.
One of
But
those-
it got the case got thrown out though.
Yeah. Well, you have no witness. The witness is
But the
dead.
report got released, so it's like you can read it,
You can read it, yeah, but
but it means nothing. Now.
It means nothing. It's just like, oh, this guy ran a sex trafficking island, and then he died. So I guess we're done. Like that's
Yes.
I could finish that in 2 sentences. That
I guess like France or somebody's actually still pursuing.
I would. I mean, it's terrible, honestly.
Yeah.
Like it's like you traffic people to
Well,
this
the world's
island.
largest pedophile ring.
Yeah, and it's just
throwing
these
shit
are-
out. Fuck.
These are billionaires that are just buying people. That's crazy. Like slavery was abolished hundreds of years ago, and people are just like, yeah, I'll take 8 people. I'll take 8 people, please. And that's still
give me
happening.
8 peoples.
8 people, please. Like you're at a cashier at a Burger King.
That's
or
why we
something.
should hunt the rich people.
I think we should do that.
For
But the
sport.
rich people have rich people
Most
stuff.
dangerous game.
Yeah, the most dangerous game.
I loved that book. I love that little story.
You guys ever seen Surviving the Game? which was basically the same thing, but it was Ice-T.
No.
Jesus, fuck. It was Ice-T and Gary Busey.
Oh, yeah,
talking about it.
You would know this one.
It's so good.
Gary Busey hunting Ice-T.
Oh my god.
I want it.
Spoiler, Ice-T fucks him up.
I mean, of course they got Gary fucking Busey to be the crazy hunter guy. Oh, he did well, I
You
bet.
guys never seen Surviving the Game?
No.
Oh, nah.
Is this like if I turn on the TV at like 3 a.m. in
More
like
likely. More
1999?
likely, yeah. In 1999, yeah, definitely. It'd be all over the place.
Yeah, I'd be like, all right, there it is on like 3 channels. It's on TNT.
I've seen a lot of those movies. Dick knows.
Yeah,
Dick knows.
Yeah, you have.
Watched some pretty good ones recently. I tried to watch one last night. I couldn't get through it. I got 45 minutes into it. And one, I got tired because I'm old, and two, it wasn't very good. But I was hoping it'd be good because the actor, so it's from this, it's like 74. It's called Devil's Express, and the actor is like, it's one of those like, you know, blaxploitation movies.
Okay.
So the main character is this like cool talking black guy who does martial arts and like, you know, is a generous lover and good with the community, but also sells drugs. Like
How should I
he does
feel
all
about
this stuff, but he
man?
also
I'm
sells
so-
coke. But
He makes up for it. He saves kittens or something, right?
but he goes to like China to study more martial arts, and his little pal finds this medallion and takes it back, and it unleashes a Chinese demon in the Brooklyn subway system. So there's demons there, but
Doing what?
it's demon stuff.
What is
Some
demon
demon
stuff? I need to be.
But the
Like-
name of the guy who made the actor that played the main character, his name, Warhawk Tanzania. That's his name.
That is
He's only in 2 movies.
Warhawk Tanzania.
I was hoping that it would be a way cooler movie with a name like Warhawk Tanzania.
I mean, shit. That's a headline right there. That's
Yeah.
like starring Warhawk Tanzania. All right, I'm going.
I want that to be on everything.
Yeah,
I want that guy to be in every movie.
It could be on your burger when you get it. It could be in your cereal when you pour it. Warhawk Tanzania. I think it's good. I think it's effective.
Yeah, I tried to watch it. It's not good.
It's not good.
That guy's name is sick.
Warhawk. You imagine him getting roll called in like kindergarten. Judy Southers here. Bobby Johnson here. Warhawk Tanzania. Yeah, his voice is deep already. His balls dropped when he was like 4. You know?
But it's like one of those movies that Dick and I watched Black Dynamite.
Yeah.
It's one of those movies that Black Dynamite's making fun of. It's
Gotcha.
those like blaxploitation type.
Blaxploitation.
That's a genre. I didn't know that.
Oh, I'm unfamiliar.
Oh yeah.
It was back in the 70s. There was a lot of those like Shaft was a blaxploitation.
Shaft. The only place I know Shaft from is a Donald Glover stand-up.
Oh.
Where he explains, he's like, so there was a movement a while ago to have Donald Glover play Spider-Man in a reboot, things like that, you know, like, and then he said, he was like, it was the quote, he was like, so the internet then went crazy
Yeah, he would have made it great, Miles.
yeah, and then I think he would have done a good job.
Yeah, Miles.
Honestly, that would have been something. I like Donald Glover's acting; he's very talented. But so
agree.
half of the internet was like, "Yeah, we're only gonna watch Spider-Man if Donald Glover plays Peter Parker," and the other half was like, "He's black, kill him!" Like it was ridiculous. Like it was just so absurd.
And of course, like all the fucking normies are like, yeah, Peter, you can play Peter Parker. No, he played Miles Morales.
Yeah, it's like, come on, don't be a
And then he was in Spider-Man: Homecoming briefly.
Yeah, just a little bit. I haven't seen the movie, but I've seen it.
It was really good. Okay, it was good.
But
Off topic, but you mentioned like roll call in class and all that. The very first time someone called me Dick was in high school, and it was during like a roll call. So they're going through the names, and they get to mine, Richard Tyner, and someone just shouts out, ha, his name's Dick, and I was like,
yeah,
like, it's explained. It's like,
Tricky
I went by
Dick
Blake
over
back then,
here.
but
Yeah, it's just like you graduated, like you emerged like a snake molting. It's like Dick has
I get
arrived.
I was David forever, and everyone called me Dave.
I started as Yogi. I ended as Yogi. So
Patrick.
Yeah, back then, like, it,
don't you attack, dude. My hairs are on edge right now. I feel like I'm in trouble right now. What? That was the way my dad would pronounce my name if I was in trouble.
yeah.
So Patrick, just like, hey, what the like,
You always knew you were in trouble when you were the full name.
Patrick Eli Yoki. Oh shit! Like,
There was a couple of them for me. There was Richard Blaine Tyner, and then my old step grandpa. He'd be like, "Little Richard,"
you
Little
just-
Richard.
because my uncle's name was Richard too, but we called him Hank. Richard Henry, so we called him Hank, and so he was just Richard, and I was Little Richard.
Little Richard.
Little Richard.
It's like a Rick and Morty scenario.
When
like,
that kid called me Dick, he always, I don't know, like I hated it. I hated it, and I think it was only just because the way I knew he was just trying to poke fun at it. So
He
I
meant
hate,
penis.
yeah.
he meant the dick word.
He'd be like, "Sup, Dick," and anytime he saw me, "Hey, Dick," like just the way he was saying it, he was being like super dick about it.
He's been a dick about calling you dick.
Yeah, and I'm
I
like,
get it. It's a joke.
and like I didn't like him to begin with, so I'm like, "Hey, what do you want?"
Fuck off.
Yeah, basically.
I hope the devil fucks
And then,
you dry.
To fast
Jesus.
forward another 3 years, and I'm just like, you know what? I'm just gonna start going by Dick. That's
So that was the beginning.
That's how I know you.
2012. I started going by the name Dick.
I know you as Dick.
Yeah.
Dick.
Yuck.
Dick. From the makers of Earth. EARF.
Welcome to Earth.
Welcome to Earth.
God, there's this video. It's by a YouTube channel called Dragon Dub Z. Where they dubbed over Dragon Ball Z, obviously.
I really do.
So like Piccolo's like super black, like super black man. And he's just and one of them's called Piccolo's Story, and so you watch it, and he's like, "So, I was jacking off the other day, right? And out of nowhere, all the shit, everything just started shaking. Shit was shaking. I couldn't see it. I couldn't stand still. Shit was falling off the walls. I was like, oh my god, am I having a fucking aneurysm?
Aneurysm.
Am I having a fucking aneurysm? And I was like, oh my god, God, I swear to God, I swear to you, I'll never do this again. I'll never do this again. It was like, and then everything kept shaking. Shit started falling off the walls, and it was an earthquake.
Earthquake.
Well, earthquake.
Do you remember the one day we played that stupid little Quizlet game at work? And so they have a projector up, and we get to choose our usernames on the Quizlet.
Yeah.
And like corporate was there and everything, and I planned to leave this job. So I made my username Girthquake.
I remember that.
And I won, so it displayed it in front of everybody from corporate. And like my boss is over in the corner just like, I can't get mad at him, but I'm pretty mad. Like, corporate's here and everything. Yeah, Girthquake won the safety quiz, so you lost to that.
I always put Dave Chips because
That's amazing.
It's just like, oh, I don't know.
That was absolutely amazing.
That wasn't a bad job for a while. Then it started.
Then it got real bad when they started hiring meth addicts and felons, which wasn't cool.
I started with the felons.
I mean, yeah, you got Ron, so I mean,
Sounds
sorry,
like where I
Ron.
work.
And he,
No, not
oh, Ron wasn't there?
No, I mean, Ron and I started together. I pretty much, him and I and Kyle were like the first
The
three
founding
dudes.
fathers,
Yeah.
the Mount Rushmore, if you will.
For the first like month that Two Men was open, we would just go in there and like clean and like get the trucks ready because like the office wasn't even open yet. Like, we would just-
Yeah, we're prepared to pick up heavy objects and move them to different locations.
Alex Taylor says she loves your shirt, Dave.
Oh, I love you, Alex Taylor.
That was a while ago, but
Ooh. Ooh.
We're turning it up.
Turn it up.
Turn up.
Sorry, this is weird.
Sorry. Stop doing that. Like,
Yogi's touching me.
I saw
you
that.
like it. Do it. flustered.
So Dave, have you had any more practices with your random band?
I have not. I think maybe Sunday we're going to.
Yeah, I guess Dana and Ryan Harris, they jammed this last Sunday. Other than that, we haven't done anything.
Really?
Yeah, I'm kind of worried.
Isn't that part of the random band challenge, though?
Kind
the
of.
crushing weight of worry.
Ours last year was like down to the wire. We were pretty okay. Like we did okay, but it's pretty down to the wire.
It was
Band
like,
number one.
hey, we play
solid.
tomorrow.
Just all the way through, just solid. I mean, I think I was like between me and Jake, we were like the only two people that like consistently missed. But I had a lot of shit going on.
Jake lived like 2 hours away.
Yeah, he had a real excuse. But,
yeah. Well, he's like what, 2 hours away or something?
Yeah.
You'd travel for band practice. You would travel like 2 hours.
Devoted. Good
Only
man,
show up
Jake.
to come here for like an hour, maybe 2.
Spends more time in his car than actually.
Yep.
That's real.
Yeah, this year it's like all of our schedules conflict hard.
We can meet at 3 in the morning on a Tuesday. I
Ours
don't
was
really want to do that.
ours was good for a while. We're doing Thursdays, and then Sarah, who she plays saxophone in
Yeah.
the band, she got moved back to nights, so we couldn't do like weekdays anymore. But I think we're gonna try Sundays in Kokomo, at Maddie's house,
Okay.
because Maddie travels here on Thursdays for an hour. I'm like, oh, we can go up to Kokomo. It's not a big deal.
Kokomo, 45-minute drive, no big deal.
Yeah.
Anything over an hour, though. I mean, we live in the Midwest. We
Dana's
drive
in
anyway.
Monticello, so it's like the same.
Yeah, it's not too bad.
Yeah. Everyone else is here in Lafayette though.
Yeah, that's what Mike was saying.
But Dana's got like a really sweet setup, and I don't know. It's just a matter of finding what's convenient for everybody else. And like Dana comes here to practice, so I'm like, dude, maybe one day after your practice or something, come over, or maybe something like that.
Right.
Pull like a double duty practice or some shit. But
I've done that.
Little double shift. Nothing wrong with it.
I played one show with Cardiac Arrest when I'd practice at Pilot's house, then go to my house and practice the chips.
you guys need to do Pardiac again.
I'm not part of it. I mean, I would.
They need to do Pardiac. Somebody needs to do Pardiac again.
I would.
We
I'd
must
say-
revive it.
Pardiac Arrest Deep Dish Edition.
Now with 50% more crust.
I'd party with him again.
I love that Pizza Face started that tradition, the Deep Dish.
Deep Dish Edition, yeah.
Where it's like no original members of the band, they're just playing them songs. Like they're like Pizza Face would come from fucking
Philly.
Philly, and it just wouldn't be any of them. It'd just be like friends of the band that happen to know how to play the songs,
Yes.
and or at least like one original member or something like that.
Like, hey, I'll be in the back eating peanuts and answering questions. So, Pizza Face.
Pizza Face is so good, man.
Yeah,
I miss them.
good old party thrash.
Party Pizza Thrash.
Party pizza thrash.
I mean, that just makes it that much better.
Also, pizza party
Mhm.
at my house. Pizza party in my mouth.
I'm going. Did I get an invite?
And then my other favorite song, Oh Shit, Pizza Pit.
We're going to throw you in the pizza pit. Oh, that sounds lovely. I'd love to be in the pizza
The
pit.
first time I saw them, it was actually a Taco Tuesday show. It was the St. Patrick's Day show at Hilltop.
It was St.
Okay.
Patrick's
And so
Day
they-
and
they-
Taco Tuesday.
They made it Cinco de Mayo.
I think I was there at that show.
So they had instead of the pizza bong.
was that
they
like
did-
the final show?
Yeah, it was the last.
Okay,
Hilltop
then
show.
yeah, I was there.
I didn't know you.
yeah,
but I
that's
was there.
right.
That was the night that Ray finally remembered my name.
Nice.
Every time he'd see me, I was like, "Oh man, what's going on, dude?" We talked. I never knew my name until then.
What is your designation? What's your serial number?
But they had a taco bong instead of a pizza bong.
Hmm.
They would bring a blender on stage, and they would put hams. There's usually hams and slices of pizza, blend it up, and then you would beer bong it.
That sounds horrendous, and I would love to try that sometime.
Bong made of pizza, as the name implies. If you fuck it up, everybody dies.
Everybody dies, man. Don't fuck it
I
up.
still know Pizza Face lyrics.
Nice. Yeah, I remember that night.
I don't
I
want
was
to fight
getting
the
drunk
man.
off Angry
I just
Orchard.
want to eat some man.
Oof. Oof.
That was back
Oh,
then.
No offense. Hearts.
It'd be another 2 or 3 years before I actually drink beer.
Angry Orchard.
That's a long 2 to 3 years.
Angry. Drink some Angry Orchard.
Why is the orchard so angry? Why are those trees so upset?
I think I was 25, maybe 26 when I finally started actually drinking beer.
Really?
Yeah.
See, I had those good times when I was 16 where I would tell my parents I was at a sleepover and I'd really be dying of
I
alcohol
never drank
poisoning in
until I
the
was
field.
22.
So that was
I drank when I was 19. That was when I started drinking.
22.
my first memory of getting drunk was me waking up in a pile of my own vomit and looking under my fridge. And I was like,
Ray Carlisle got me drunk for the first time.
That does not surprise me.
Okay, so I guess I'd been drinking before 22, but not long. Like that summer, my birthday's in November, so that summer was, like, I drank a little bit here and there. I never got drunk. Never once got drunk. I didn't know how to drink. So I
Now we're seasoned veterans.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're fucking
so
great at this,
Raymond-
trust me.
Mr. Raymond Carlisle says, I'm going to get you drunk. And I was like, I wouldn't want anyone else to get me drunk. Wrong.
Very
For a
wrong.
first time.
Very,
No,
very
so I was
wrong.
like, okay,
Admiral
we're
Akbar,
Pantera
that's his
fans. We're Pantera fans. Let's make some Blacktooth Grins. So I get the stuff. I get some Seagram 7, some Crown Royal, and they didn't have Coke, so I got Dr. Pepper.
Close enough.
Yeah, bad idea. So I get to the hilltop. Ray's already just plowed.
That's
Just
right.
fucking shit plowed.
It's like Ray from Trailer Park Boys.
And
Kinda.
I got
Kinda.
stuff for Blacktooth Grins. He's like, sweet, I can make those. I was like, awesome. That's why I brought them, because I don't know how to make them. I don't know what one part is.
How many parts is one part?
Yeah, so he's like, oh yeah, I make these all the fucking time. So he gets out a fucking glass. It's supposed to be a shot. It's supposed to be either like a whiskey glass or a shot.
A little shooter. Yeah.
Yeah. So he gets out a fucking pint.
Obviously, it escalates quickly.
He gets a pint, pours half full of Seagrams, half full of Crown, and then fills the rest up with Dr. Pepper. And I'm like, I don't think that's how it's supposed to be. Shut up, dick.
It's not done.
I've
Don't
been
be a
doing this
bitch.
for years.
Don't be a bitch. Like,
You know how many of these fucking things I made? I'm like, I'm guessing.
not like that, buddy.
He's like, do you know how many of these I made? Shut the fuck up. You're the one that wanted me to make it.
I could hear Ray when you say that.
Because
I could
I've
hear
been
it.
around Ray a lot. I know how to talk like him.
I can hear it.
Shut up, dick.
So blunt, yet so effective.
Oh boy, that thing sucks. So I drank it as fast as I could to get rid of it because I'm not gonna waste a half a glass of fucking Crown. I think I spent like $70 on liquor
I believe it.
Oof.
just for that night. So I'm drinking. We started making some Royal Butts.
Oh, some royal butts.
I'm ignorant of what this is.
A Royal Butt. So it's butter shots and Crown Royal.
It's tasty.
It's pretty tasty.
It's tasty.
Pretty
It's
tasty.
It's a tasty beverage. I don't know what this voice is, but it's a tasty beverage.
Southern Plantation other.
I don't know.
So
I kind of
we're
like it.
drinking, we're
I'm gonna use a little bit more now.
I'm gonna get drunk.
I'm finally pretty fucking drunk. And so he's like, all right, come on, Dick, we're going to do more shots. And I'm like, in my head, I'm like, man, I need to eat something if I'm going to keep drinking. If I'm going to keep drinking, he's like, all right, what do you want? And I was like, what do you got, man? We look at his fridge. It's barren. Just there's some turkey.
So,
like,
so
I was
the
like-
loneliest slices of cold cuts.
I was
Like,
like-
just
And then
I was like, I
half a
guess
thing of
turkey
mustard and a
sandwich,
ketchup
man.
packet.
Turkey sandwich. So Raymond makes me a turkey sandwich,
hot.
and I ate it. I slowly ate it because I was drunk as shit.
Struggle.
I was
I have
so
I
fucked.
have to remember how to chew food.
So I'm just like chewing it, and he kept yelling at me.
like moving your own jaw.
Fucking Ray kept yelling at me. He's like, "Dick, come on, eat it." I was like, "I'm eating it as fast as I can, man." And he's like, "Come on, Dick, we gotta drink more." And I'm like,
Please, I'm
Hold
trying.
on. So I finally finish it, and I'm like, yep, I gotta throw up. Someone threw up. There was also no heat in this house, by the way, and this was late November.
Jesus.
Late November 2012.
So the world ended?
Coming up soon, yes.
Soon.
So I throw up. I said, I'm done drinking. He's like, that's all right, man. That's all right. And we kind of all started settling down. Raymond was talking music with me and just passed out on the couch like,
Yep.
I think I got pictures still. And then so I was ready to go to bed. And Gooch, he was like, all right, let me turn the furnace on. So he turns on his Xbox, goes to YouTube, pulls up a fireplace video.
12-hour loop.
That's what he pulled up. Pulls up the fireplace video. He's like, all right, that should keep you warm. I had my leather jacket on, my jeans, and Gooch comes over, puts a blanket over Ray, tucks him in.
Oh,
Comes over to me.
And everything.
Comes over to me, puts a blanket, tucks me in.
Just,
And then he takes a picture of the whole thing. There's me, Ray, fireplace on the TV.
you know, I remember, this is one for AJ in the chat. One time I was over at his house for Christmas when I dated his stepsister. And they had the Yule log on the TV, but it was just Darth Vader's body burning for 12 hours from Return of the Jedi.
That's incredible.
And I was like, wow, that is the best Yule
incredible.
log I've ever seen
That's
in my
amazing.
entire life. And we got to open presents to that. And frankly, it's burned in my memory to this day.
That's amazing.
That's amazing. It's better than
Just Darth Vader there.
I need to find that.
And then, you know, Luke says goodbye to his two dads and the weird alien, and that's when Star Wars ends.
My buddy Cloman, we were hanging out at his house in Chicago, and we went to bed, and he put on like a fireplace, but it's Nick Offerman sitting by the
Yeah.
fireplace drinking bourbon.
Yeah, that's an amazing video.
And I remember like, cause I fell asleep quick, and they were still up talking, and I wake up and I'm like, what the fuck is going on? It's just a fireplace with Nick Offerman. It was just a loop, but like you just
And
sit there.
he probably got paid to just sit there.
I would. Do you know how much I want to be paid for that absurdity? Like somebody, have you ever heard of Potato Parcel?
I sent somebody one.
That's fucking ridiculous, and I'm mad at myself for not thinking of it first.
Yeah.
Like,
Does that mean you just send someone a potato?
you send them a potato with
Oh.
a message on it.
I'm gonna see if I can find that. So I sent it to my friend Erica up in Milwaukee. It's just, they're offering a deal where you can put a picture on it. So I put a picture of my face
On a potato.
on a potato.
What was the message with the spud?
Oh, I can't remember.
Do it.
Remember it. Now.
Do it.
Go. The miracle of editing, remember it.
These guys they're millionaires because all they do is write messages on potatoes and send them to people. And I'm just like, fuck! Like, why didn't I fucking think of that?
My God.
That spud was worth it. It's like, what, $5-10 to send one of those things?
Yeah, it was fucking cheap as hell.
Yeah, and it's just like, all right, how much does a potato cost? Like -1 cent?
They're like $6 for 50 pounds.
I mean, just,
I need to find like the full original picture because she took one with it and it was just fucking hilarious.
goddamn potato parcels. Do you think that, are they edible after you get them? Like, can you actually make like some French fries or something?
Doubt it.
I mean, you probably could. You could eat anything, really.
I mean, we eat
But
fish out of
should
an
you?
ocean full of radiation, so why not, right? Like,
I'm into that, though.
hey, you know,
I want to get cool fish power.
radiation is just spicy air, anyways. So,
Yeah, there you go.
oh, that's great. Oh, that's beautiful. Oh, potato parcel. We
Yeah,
salute
and then
you.
there's Ship a Dick.
I've seen that.
I still get emails from Ship a Dick. I also sent her a dick. It said it was a giant dick with a mustache.
How much did this this dick in question cost?
Oh, I think they're not expensive to send. Like
$500. You
like
should have just
$10.
belted out.
Was it a real dick?
no,
Was
it's
it a-
just a giant
Would you have-
cardboard dick.
Would you have to take it off of a man? I don't know. That would add to the gusto of it. It'd be a shock factor, but you know what?
Just a box full of actual someone's severed dick.
It's just chaotic.
Good
Like,
fucking times.
like,
Good times.
Box of severed dicks. Sorry, I'm just working on my
the
death
next,
metal album.
That's the next Doom Room premiere. They're actually gonna be there. Box of severed dicks, now featuring Car Door Dick Smash and Weed Bee.
What were we talking about? The guys.
I don't know words.
The potato parcel.
Potato parcel. Stupid things make
Oh
money.
yeah. Oh okay. Yeah, that's right. Man. I wish I could make that kind of.
Yeah, millions of dollars. I just mail potatoes to people all day. I didn't even
Yeah.
go to college. Fuck that. Like it's just.
I know we should come up with something right now. And make, but we shouldn't say it on.
No. There's the unknown observers. We don't have a patent yet. I'm watching you. I know Zuckerberg. It works both ways. I can see you too.
I think my band chat's been growing or blowing up, and I think they're all agreeing on a cover. I'm probably not going to be able to play.
Is it yesterday's chips cover?
I know.
I think it should.
Apparently, Mike already covered it on his little solo thing.
Oh really?
Yeah, I couldn't tell what the song was, but I recognized it.
Yeah,
Dana was playing it, and I don't know if I'll be able to play it. Literally, the only song I could play from start to finish is Aerials by System of a Down. So, really easy.
My buddy Jim wants me to play bass because there's a band I want to start. He wants me to play bass, and I think I'm just gonna Sid Vicious it and just turn it all the way down because I don't know how to play bass very well.
You're gonna be like, what's his name? Cliff Burton on Injustice for All. You're gonna be like, is he still there?
Oh,
F. Like,
why would you do that,
F.
Patrick?
Like, no, I'm sorry. Cliff Burton was the one that passed away. I'm just talking. Oh no, I'm sorry.
Jason.
Jason Newsted was
yeah.
the one after him.
You can escort me out whenever you want. I'm sorry.
Don't talk shit about Cliff.
I'm not talking anesthesia pulling teeth. Amazing.
That's an amazing song.
It's an amazing song.
I was listening to that album the other day at work.
My first band covered that song.
Yeah.
Now I'm just processing how much of a heinous, unintentional joke I made about Cliff Burton.
Yeah, I was just
And I'm just like, whoa, like,
is that a joke?
it's like, is he just an asshole? Like,
Because I was like, Jason Newsted was on.
I was like, I
Was
know.
it though? I thought there
He
wasn't
was.
a bass track on.
There is a bass track.
There's technically a bass track, like,
It is turned down really low.
but
It is his first album.
poor Jason, he tried. Big shoes to fill.
Oh yeah.
Robert is amazing.
Oh yeah, Rob Trujillo.
Rob Trujillo.
Trujillo.
Because he was in,
He's kick ass.
yeah, he's in Suicidal Tendencies, Infectious Groove,
Ozzy.
Ozzy.
I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure he
He
does.
has the repertoire, as they say. I think it was a good choice.
Suicidal Tendencies. That's good stuff.
Tendencies that are suicidal, man. You can't go wrong.
That was like my high school was the band Suicidal Tendencies.
I just think it's really hilarious that Vivian Campbell from Def Leppard used to be in Dio.
Oh shit.
He played
What
guitar.
the
He's like one of those guitarists for hire, like hired gun guitarists.
journeyman sort of deal?
That fucking and like Jason Hook from Five Finger Death Punch. He used to do the same thing. I think he was. I can't remember what he was in.
The Police.
No.
Strain police. Oh, wrong.
Either way, like there's a bunch of like musicians out there that are just hired guns. They'll just, like for those big names like Dio or Ozzy.
Oh, yeah,
That's like Zach Wilde.
It's like a revolving
Yeah.
door sort of deal. It's like they're there and then they're gone.
Also, Flea from Chili Peppers. No one realizes he was in the band Fear. He started Fear.
Shit. I didn't know that.
Yeah.
What are we afraid of? What are we fearing?
It's the band Fear.
I know.
It's punk rock. It's punk rock. You would understand.
Oh yeah, I know. Mr. Chips. I'm
Yeah,
sorry.
I think they're definitely agreeing on it because Ryan Harris says, "Give me a shovel because I dig."
Oh, Ryan.
Oh, Ryan, you salty
Tell him
dog.
I said
you.
hey in the chat. Just tell him I said hey.
Maybe I will.
No, there's no maybe. You're
I
gone.
don't think he's
Well, because
typing anything.
if I open the messages, then it'll say I read the messages, and I haven't, and I'm not gonna be able to read them because I'm doing a show right now.
Can you multitask?
Wait, we're doing a
Can you
show?
read
Oh,
and
shit.
do a show?
Yo,
Yup.
Oh, damn it.
People are what? Hello, unknown observers.
I don't think anybody's watching now. It says we got one person, but I don't really.
Whatever, he's asleep. And low.
My head pillow fell off.
Not the head pillow.
My luxury.
I wish I had a sick gaming chair like that. It looks like a fucking throne. It's bullshit, really. stealing it. I want a head pillow. I just have a
there we go.
office chair. I feel like I'm at like when I'm playing games, I'm like, oh, I'm just on Microsoft Word and Excel doing some spreadsheets. You know, like can't do anything on this chair. Like that looks like I'm going to conquer my enemies. I will slay them, and they will be
Remember
driven
one
before
point-
me.
I remember at one point I had a little tiny bass amp for a chair when I moved into the Doom room.
Just pop a squat. Like,
I had
Hey,
a
man.
a little coffee table was my computer desk.
hey man, it gets it done.
And I
Amazon
bought-
got
and I
started
bought a
out of
desk.
somebody's garage, so I mean, I would love to not pay taxes like Amazon. I don't make money like Amazon, but I mean, the government still takes some of my money, so that's cool.
Hey, fun fact: the Amazon's still on fire.
So,
Yes.
Probably.
It
is somebody gonna dump some water on it, or are we gonna?
You know, it's a rainforest. You would think it would have. its
yeah, I
own
was like,
water.
Yeah,
Where's-
what the hell?
What the hell?
rainforest? Maybe the rainforest deserves
Worst
to be burned down.
rainforest
Who did?
ever.
Straight up.
Can't even keep itself up from catching on
Did you
fire.
keep the receipt that did like we got? There's something wrong with this. Like a rainforest that's on fire. Fake news.
It is.
I know it's on fire. It's very tragic.
Speaking of perpetuating rich people's riches, Miranda and I got the new iPhones. Or we
Excellent.
pre-ordered them. They're on their way.
So they have the 3 cameras or whatever.
Yeah.
You know, I saw somebody label those. It's like CIA, FBI.
There's 3
Homeland
cameras.
Security.
There's 3 cameras.
It's got 3 cameras.
It's like this little like an L block from Tetris. And
It's got like a true depth, a wide angle, and then some other. Or
huge.
it's a telephoto lens.
So they're watching us in like ultra 4K now. They can see our
They say it
floors.
takes like whenever you take a picture, it actually takes like 6 pictures at once and just combines them to make the best possible picture.
Does it have an aux port?
No.
Mine doesn't have an aux port.
Mine doesn't have one either. Somebody bring back the aux port. Come on.
Fuck off.
Oh, what?
Bluetooth.
Oh, yeah. Oh,
Bluetooth.
elitist right here. I want, there's a wholesome thing about passing the aux around with your buddies. Changed my mind. It's like the N64. Everybody brought their controllers, things like that. You wrapped it around with the X shape, and
Yeah.
you know you did that. It was good times. But no, now we have Bluetooth, so it's primitive and it's for savages that rub sticks together in caves.
Easy, Grandpa.
Austin never told us about the war.
He never did tell us
He
about it.
never did tell us.
Maybe
about
he'll tell us about it next week.
I mean, maybe I sent him into like a Saving Private Ryan flashback or something. So I was there in '89.
89.
89.
You know, my grandpa, he was a paratrooper, and he was in the Gulf War in 90, 91, whenever that was. He was also in like the Panama invasion or whatever. Not I get not invasion, but whatever operation was.
Right.
Whatever
There's
we
a picture-
whatever we say.
there's a
America
picture
messes
of
with
him,
Everything
like-
is.
He
Like,
was
I
in
guess
Panama.
I guess they raided some building and it contained somebody in it that
Somebody was there.
high
This sounds like the most government.
high
we
profile target.
We raided a building. Someone was there. Don't ask any more questions. Any questions? Bye.
So they raided this. There's a high profile target or something, and I guess so they took this picture of my grandpa sitting at a desk with a cigar in his mouth, feet kicked up and all that. And this was just like minutes after they busted into the room and just killed everybody. And you can see in the picture one of the guys that they fucking killed. Like he's just
Yeah, just
off in the back there.
yeah. It's just here's
Wow.
this.
And I'm
Here's this
just
guy just having a good
cool.
time. And I'm like, wow, that's intense.
Yeah, I'm like, wow.
In the middle of around maybe 2nd or 3rd grade, we actually had a classmate who had somebody who was in Iraq, was involved in the invasion and all that.
Yeah.
And he said, I remember the one thing that stuck out. He's like, I was really mad because I went to Saddam's palace. You know, they all were there, you know, just kind of hanging out, having fun, like, Saddam, whatever, you're an asshole anyway. But he saw a tiny, tiny gold statue, maybe 8 to 9 inches tall, of Saddam. It was a tiny gold statue made of 24 karat gold. And his buddy saw it before him and snagged it. And I'm like,
God.
no! Like,
Ugh.
like they walked into like an unopened room. Like, you know, Saddam obviously fled his big mansion and had to go live in a cave somewhere.
Hole.
Hole.
He put himself in a hole
Yeah,
for
and then
3
we,
months.
yeah, and so, you know, obviously everybody left in a hurry and wasn't able to grab everything.
Yeah.
And I just imagine opening a door to a room and his buddy was like, mine. And it was just like,
Claimed.
Yeah, claimed, just like dibs. Like, I want a gold Saddam.
I mean, to be fair, if I was gonna flee my fucking home, I would definitely take the miniature gold statue.
that would be
myself.
what you would find me in a ditch with. I'd be like, look, as long as I got golden mini me like that one dude from Austin Powers.
Is that right, Gold Me? That's
Gold Me.
right. Oh, you're so shiny today.
Hell yeah, you are. Like,
Man, when they pulled him out of that fucking hole, he looked rough.
like a bitch.
Yeah, like it was like this tiny little hole.
Yeah, and then I remember I saved a newspaper from when, you know, certain like sporting events like Super Bowls and stuff. I saved the newspaper article, and we were traveling in New York at the time, and it was the New York Times, and we saved it, and they hung him, right?
Yeah.
And the headline was Saddam swings, and I was like,
Wow.
"What in the fuck is
Yep,
this?"
Oh my god.
And I'm like, "Oh, America, never
Yes.
changed." Saddam swings.
Yes.
Whatever, he was a dick anyway.
I mean,
Invading
honestly, fuck
Kuwait.
him.
Yeah, I mean Saddam Hussein.
Saddam definitely sucked.
Yeah, he's
Of
no.
all the things that's wrong with that war, this war, that was like the one thing right.
It was one. It was a heinous. He was a heinous.
It's like, you know
Yeah.
what? Like
Saddam, not cool.
we'll give you this one, Bush and Cheney. We'll give you this
Yeah,
one.
this-
Yeah, I
What?
thought, you know, Cheney thought he was a quail.
Oh, I get it.
Ha!
Blows
Joke.
my mind that the guy he shot, his friend that he shot in the face, apologized to him publicly.
I'm sorry, I was in the range of your gun, and like, I'm so sorry, Dick.
Like, how do you do that? How do you get someone? How do you shoot someone in the face and then somehow
I
they
would damn
apologize?
like you're a cool guy, but if you shot me in the face, I would expect you to apologize. Like,
I would feel like shit.
like, hey Pat, like I'm in the hospital bed, like I'll recover. I'm not in critical condition or anything. I just got shot in the face, so I've got a road to go. But I would just be like, Dave, please say you're sorry. My face, it will never be the same. I'm 5'6". It's like the most aesthetic thing about me. Come on, I'll never get that back. Like, come on, man.
I would feel bad. I would not shoot.
Yeah, I know you wouldn't. I would not shoot anybody in the face unless they like their steaks well done. I don't know. I wasn't
I
going.
like my steak.
Okay, that's rude. Do you like?
I can do
Don't you
I
dig
can
in
do
the
medium
face?
well.
Do you like ketchup with it too?
No, fuck that.
Okay, okay.
I'm not 6 years old.
There's standards, I guess. I don't know. Meats.
No, I like mine with no sauce whatsoever.
Salt, pepper, old
Salt and
school.
pepper.
S&P right for me.
Maybe some
S&P, right
basil.
for me.
Maybe
That's
some
gonna be
basil.
tattooed on my butt cheek next week. Be there. S&P,
Salt and
right
pepper.
for me.
No, a good steak just needs a good seasoning, you know?
Yeah.
I mean, if it's bad, if the steak's not that great.
If
yeah,
it's like a eye of round or some
I'll
shit
definitely
like that.
pull out the steak sauce. Like,
Yeah.
for sure. For sure.
Well, you have your steaks well done. Why do you have to chew them?
No, not. I would prefer medium well.
Medium well is acceptable.
I'll
That's
go medium
fairly
well.
acceptable.
That's fair.
But
I'll never knock somebody. I
I'll
do medium rare or
accept.
medium is usually what I go with. So
So yeah, medium. I can go about medium. That's
Medium,
about as
yeah.
far.
that's it's a happy medium, as they say. You know,
But medium well is what I prefer. Well done, I can accept.
yeah. It's like that's okay. The only thing about ordering a well done steak at like a restaurant is they always use the toughest cut of steak. They'll use it.
Yeah, pretty
They'll
much.
use it every time. They'll use the worst cut of steak they have every time.
We made our steak kebabs yesterday, and it was like some of the most tender steak I've ever gotten. We got it from Meyer, and it was like it wasn't like a New York strip. It was some kind of strip though. But
I don't know.
they were like $4 a steak. So I was like, yeah. I wish I would have got more because we actually needed more. But
They were delicious.
yeah.
I tried the other
super
day.
tender.
It sounds really weird, but you know what brining is, right?
Yeah.
If you brine your steak in soy sauce, it works out real well, and it has
Yeah.
no orient. It doesn't have like, Oriental like.
So explain what brining is
Brining,
for the
at least
listeners.
at least as far as I know, brining is a way of marinating your meats and locking in the juices and flavor. That's the idea behind it.
Yeah, pretty much.
What
yeah.
do you do to brine?
Just like a marinade. Like,
Any
it's
sort
like
of
soak it.
marinade, any sort of, but soy sauce brine, I don't know where I read it. It was some, like grilling tips or something like that. That's the only way I really cook. But if you brine it in soy sauce for maybe, 6 hours, just average marinade, it has this really like, and it doesn't taste like soy sauce. It just tastes like there's kind of like a hint of saltiness and there's a lot more juiciness to it.
Mm.
At least in my experience, but I'd highly recommend
That sounds like, I mean, it
It-
makes sense. It sounds delicious.
I
Yeah.
once marinated a steak in Olive Garden salad dressing.
That would be hot. That would be slap, as the kids say
That would
nowadays.
slap.
One slap, please.
The new corn CD slaps.
Yes. Oh, yes, it does. Like the little turtle slapping the other turtle.
Oh wow. Serena says no one should even accept a well done steak. Well, I am sorry. I just can't do the pink.
I mean, I'm not like a blue rare person.
No, yeah, blue is
Blue rare is just like I might as well just go
It's
up
just
and
seared. It's
beat
just
a
seared.
cow
Yeah.
and just take a bite out of it.
My dad was a fan of that.
Blue rare, where it's like you put it on the grill for like a minute, and it's still
Oh my god, Miranda last night. So we brought the tray for the with the kebabs on it, put it on the grill, and then normally I'll take it back in, wash it off. All that raw meat juice,
yeah.
just get it off. Well, I forgot to do that, so I'm like, fuck, these are done. I was like, do you think it'd be okay to put it? She's like, yeah, why not? I was like, I don't know, because of all the fucking raw meat juice.
Yeah.
She's like, you can eat steak and stuff raw. I'm like, no, you can't.
That's how people get E. coli.
Yeah, I was like-
steak tartare is wrong.
I was like, you're thinking.
But you put it in little pieces, so it just makes it steak.
Oh.
You're very careful with
No,
it.
you gotta cook the outside because that's where the bacteria live.
Yeah.
And beef.
Yeah.
On the outside.
That's why ground beef is
That's
the
why
most
you sear
contaminated meat because it's all mixed together.
Y'all. That's why you sear it.
Sear that bitch. Sear it good.
Sear it and cook it.
Although Loki, a restaurant I've tried in town, Tay's, right?
Yeah.
Tastes good stuff.
Good
It's
stuff.
been a while since I've had taste.
I
Same,
had
actually.
probably the most disappointing burger I've ever had at Tay's.
Yeah, they tend to be.
I literally wondered. I got the burger. It was a roast pepper sauce. So I'm like, okay, I like spicy food, so roast pepper burger. All right, sounds good.
I tend to get the brisket or pulled pork from there
Yeah.
whenever they have.
Oh no, that's
Brisket's good.
fantastic.
Brisket's really good.
Fantastic. This is not an attack on Taze. This is one bad experience. Doesn't define him. But I bit into the burger and I was like, I wonder if they even put like salt and pepper on this. Like this just tastes like a straight up like somebody just morphed it and threw it on the grill with like no onions, no
nothing,
salt,
just
no pepper,
just a plain burger.
just burger. And it was the most like it was a big, thick, juicy burger, but like you bit into it and it was just like plain juice. Like diet beef. Like it was weird.
Diet beef.
It was just like, come on, man.
Episode title.
You gotta diet beef.
I approve.
From the makers of Beef Button comes
But
And that's episode title, beef button.
Beef Button's hat trick.
Like it's gonna sound so fucking dirty, but
It's like I think Tosh did a bit about things that sound heinous and racist, but they aren't. Like, Dick, stop being a fucking sugar taster. It sounds like it should be real bad, but it's not.
it's literally exactly
It's
what
just,
it says.
it's just nothing. Like
Taster of sugar.
taster of sugar. Stop doing it. Honestly, it's disgraceful.
The beef button. It sounds so dirty, but it's not. It's just your fucking gamer tag.
It's just a gamer tag.
And
Hit me
people,
up.
I'm gonna
Hit me up.
I'm gonna make that the episode
Out here
title.
like-
And people are gonna be like, "Ooh, what are they talking about?" Saucy.
Hide your kids, hide your wife, beat buttons online. So,
Now, what was it before?
gallons of gravy.
Gallons of gravy. And I told you my gamer tag since I've gotten a gamer tag about 2007 when I got my first 360. It was smothered in gravy.
Honestly, I don't know why we didn't squat up. Me and Zach Davidson and Brett Maxwell, we're starting it's a controversial new movement. It's the Fat Man Squad. It's all
Okay.
strange food-related names. So Brett Maxwell's alias is Pizza Sweats.
Pizza sweats.
Pizza Sweats.
Pizza
Sweats.
Pizza Sweats. You know,
Okay.
you eat too much meat and you get the meat sweats. when
And
you-
pizza sweat's the same thing.
Pizza, it's the same thing, man. If you eat like a Little Caesars pizza and a half and you run a mile, you're gonna smell like it. And that's the idea that we tried to channel through this, I guess. And
Never ate a pizza and ran a mile, but all right.
yeah, I mean that's not something you do together, but we're in the realm of theory here. But Zach Davidson is Leaders of Lard, and that's another one. And now I'm Beef Button. If you want to contribute a name, you could be like Spaghetti Barge or
I'll
something.
be smothered in gravy.
Smothered in gravy.
That one works.
I have to
Spaghetti
be.
Barge. You could do
Spaghetti bars is pretty good.
I like spaghetti
I like that.
chili bees. Like,
I'm gonna stick with smothered in gravy, my tried and true.
I mean, I want before that I was Native the Baker, so
Capital S, capital gravy.
capital gravy. That might be another
Capital gravy.
capital gravy.
Gravy.
That's hot. That slaps. Oh, I love it.
So
Cap-
what is this? What is this squad like? What is
It's
it?
a Fat Man Squad. It's
And
just
what's it for? Does
it has
where
no
is it?
purpose.
Okay.
It is just a bunch of gamer tags. My old manager at a furniture where I used to work, his name is Butter Sludge.
Butter sludge.
Butter Sludge.
Oh my god, I love
I love that one.
Oh, that's good.
And I distinctly remember where we got it from. It's like we had a corporate meeting or something at IHOP, something like that. So it was free breakfast, whatever, for all the employees. And I told him, I was like, so you eat those pancakes, you're just gonna let them melt and all that butter sludge is gonna drip down. And he's like the whole eureka moment where he's like puts down his fork and he's like, what did you just say? Looks off into the distance. What did you just say? It must be some kind of hot tub time machine. He just looks into the camera.
Spikes the camera.
Yeah.
Dude, that was fucking
iconic.
movie.
That was iconic.
That movie was so good.
It was excellent. It was perfect.
And then the second one came. It was okay.
It was like Caddyshack 2. It's like, sure, this is good, but you know what I really want.
Yeah.
Some sort of hot tub.
just boom, like third wall shit right there.
I love how he's like doing like all the they're doing all the drugs that's in that suitcase, and he comes up with the fucking plots of Terminator. He's like, it's just like that fucking movie Terminator where he fucking comes back in time, and they're just he's explaining the whole plot, but he's freaking the fuck out. He's got the coke on his neck.
Yeah, he's just Lou goes back in time and invents Google and names it Lugal. Lugal.
Motley Lou.
Motley Lou. It's just
Perfect.
I love it.
Yeah, the second movie wasn't as good.
Not as hot. I don't think hit comedies like that ever.
You know, and it
Really
sucks too because
follow through.
it even had it still had a decent cast. It had Adam Scott in it, which Adam Scott's great.
Adam Scott is great.
He played, but didn't have John Cusack.
Let me some John Cusack.
I think he came in at the end. He was in it briefly.
Or Cusack. He's got a strange last name though. Go
I
ahead.
can't remember why. There was some controversy going on with him or something.
Him being in the film or not, like
I can't remember what the deal was, but yeah, there's something going on with him.
now I
I don't
mentioned
remember.
to Dick earlier. Have you heard of a new HBO show called The Righteous Gemstones?
No.
It is about an evangelist preacher family. Picture like Joel Osteen levels of rich. Like they all have this compound, and it has John Goodman as the family patriarch.
Oh shit.
It has Danny McBride as the first son. It has Adam Devine as the second son, and within it's like okay, the show opens up. They're in China, and they're doing a 24-hour baptism marathon, and they're in like a wave machine at a water park. And Danny McBride looks over at Adam Devine's little brother, and they're I baptize you in the name of Jesus Christ and all that. There's a line of them and everything, and he dunks him down, and somebody coughs up water. He's like, "Hey, look, you dunking him wrong." See, it's got to be one fluid motion. You're dunking them all wrong, and there's no coughing, no nothing. He's like, watch this. I baptize you in the name of Jesus Christ. Yep, see, smooth motions right there. And John Goodman's character says, hey, how do we get him to turn? He said, who turned on the waves? And he said, we got to turn them off. And he says, the translator, he's like, how do you say off? He said, one. And he yells one, and like a bunch of lights start flashing like a disco, and all the wave machines start going. And like all of these people are like running out of it. And, like, it is such a strong opening, and it just opens up with the Righteous Gemstones.
How many episodes are out?
It's season 1 right now. I think there's 5 episodes out right now. But
It's on HBO?
HBO. I have an HBO Go account I'll give you after this.
Well, we'll have to start watching that.
No.
We're currently watching Divorced and 13 Reasons Why.
Ooh.
Season 3.
I've heard Secession is good as well.
Secession, okay.
Have you ever heard of that one? It's same sort of premise, just with big business sort of deal, like the family patriarch.
Oh, Succession. Okay, I know. I know
Secession,
exactly what
yeah.
you're talking about. I thought you said Secession, which is...
Yeah,
Like Secession? Like,
is this about the Confederacy? Like, I don't understand, but
I think Miranda would love The Righteous Gemstone.
oh no,
It's got Danny McBride and Adam Devine.
Danny McBride, Adam Devine, John Goodman, the best role for John
I
Goodman.
love me some John Goodman.
John Goodman. Okay, John Goodman is a very serious, like, he is 100% the family patriarch. Like, everybody listens to John Goodman. And they're at, there's a scene where they're at a Sunday lunch, and Adam Devine's character is the little brother, and Danny McBride is the older brother. And the little brother, he's like, well, I couldn't make fun of your kids. And this is like post Sunday lunch, everybody, the who's who's are here and all that. And he's like, oh, are you going to make fun of your kids, your nephews, really? And he's like, well, you don't have as many as you used to. Gideon ran away. And then one of the kids ran away from the compound, and then like the wife starts crying and everything. And like they're just they're like throwing rolls at each other, and John Goodman's character is at the head of the table just like about to fuck them up. Like they're getting real close. And then Danny McBride's character says, I hope the devil fucks you dry at Sunday lunch. And John Goodman just slaps the shit out of Danny McBride. And he says, and he looks over at Adam Devine's character and he says, Kelvin Gemstone, you get over here. And in the true Southern response, he said, why come? Don't ask why come, just come over here. And John Goodman raises his hand, and Adam Devine goes like that, and he lowers his hand, he tenses up, he slaps the shit out of him with the other hand, he says, now go sit down, the both of you. Says, maybe Jeffrey Seasons is right, maybe the Gemstones are an abomination, and he just walks away, and like, it's a funny show, highly recommended, but
check that out.
they all have they have this scene where they all go to like their own personal like 10-acre estates, like this is all church money, like,
oh, jeez.
and it's just like grotesquely over the top with the whole like, I think Danny McBride's character 5 minutes in gets a video sent to him on his cell phone of him like doing cocaine with strippers, and he's in the bathroom and he's like fuck, like brushing his teeth, and like he's just putting it up, and his wife comes in, he's like, everything okay, baby? He's like, yeah, I just forgot something at the church. I'm gonna head on down there real quick.
Okay.
And he's driving his Mustang down the road at like 8. He's like,
Oh my
fuck. Like, it's just him.
I'm gonna check this out.
Oh no, it is fantastic. Shout out
Yes.
Brett Maxwell. Thanks for showing me that amazing show. But highly recommended. Best John Goodman role in years, in my opinion. So it's definitely
Probably one of
definitely
Adam
a keeper.
Devine's too.
Adam, I mean, yes.
I'm not a big fan of him.
I
It's
think
alright.
I'm not a big fan of him particularly, but I think the casting for his personality in this show
Yeah.
was right. He's like the bratty younger brother. Like he has
That sounds right.
yeah, no, he does a great job with it, where he has a buddy of his that was like a former Satanist that just like hangs out at his house, and he comes back from the China trip, and he's like, and he has one of the, I don't know what like you go upside down, I don't know what those are called.
Oh, inversion table.
Inversion. He's the Satanist is at the inversion table, and he just comes up and he's like, hello, friend. He's like, oh, he scares the shit out of him, and he's like, I slept in your bed the first night, but I felt weird in there, so I went ahead and just slept on the couch with no cover. He's like, I gave you permission, man. You don't gotta worry about it. And he's like, yeah, but the energy in there is just weird. and he says like, yeah, I'm gonna go home and get me a good soak. I like to turn up the water real hot. And he's like, nah, man, let's play video games and stay up late. And he's, no, I just need a good soak. And like there's just the supporting characters are great. And this dude's bribing him, and he shows up dressed as the devil. And he's, who are you? I'm the fucking devil, son. You think messing with a man of the Lord's easy pickings? But yeah, enough about that. I can't even wait.
Sounds great. I need to finish. There's a lot of shows that I start and never finish.
I do the same.
I need to finish The Boys. I got 2 episodes of The Boys.
The Boys
left.
is good.
It is good. I started the Wu-Tang on Hulu, the Wu-Tang show. That's really good.
Is Hulu like premium now? Because I tried to go watch China, Illinois one day, and they want me to like pay $60, which is most uncool.
It's like $13 a month. I think.
13. I mean, I pay $13 a month. I'll watch a 30-second ad. My friends won't. They complain about it every time.
We
I'm
got
like, whatever.
the 99-cent Black Friday deal. It's like 99 cents for a year. Or not a year, like monthly.
Yeah,
So
It's not bad.
that's a good deal.
we're gonna try to
Honestly,
jump on that Disney Plus deal and get.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, that
Disney.
deal's coming too. Yeah.
so is the next Star Wars movie going to be good or bad?
I don't want
It's gonna be
to. Man,
it's just
late.
a question.
It's late. I don't want to get into that topic, but I
I-
will answer the question. I think it'll be good. I like The Last Jedi. It's not the best, but I liked it. So
I liked it too.
it's Star Wars, so I just like it.
See, I understand that.
I think I'm gonna enjoy it because it's part of a universe that I love and I'm passionate about.
but it's just one thing. I saw a video the other day, and it had a good point. And I'm not trying yeah, I have my qualms with the new trilogy. Whatever, we're skipping over that. But there was this one video. It was obviously somebody who didn't like it, but it was just such a hilarious point where it's like, let's talk about how Rian Johnson has ruined hyperspace forever. So you remember the scene where Holdo hyperspaces into the flagship?
Which was incredibly badass.
No, it was great. No, it was a very well. No, the thing about it is, it's not like the special effects are lacking. It's a very good looking movie.
Mm-hmm.
Cinematography is good, things like that. But the point this guy had was like, all right, Rian Johnson's fucked up hyperspace forever. So hyperspace has been around for a while. You know how light speed works? Like,
Yeah.
you pop in a wormhole and you pop out on the other side. You
Yeah.
can't just hyperspace through space because you would hit planets
Yeah, that's why they have hyperspace
with
routes.
with the force of a nuclear missile.
Yeah,
so-
that's why they have hyperspace routes.
Yeah, they have routes. It's established like, okay, you hyperspace here and you only do it here because you would slam into something,
Which is bad.
which is real
In
bad.
the things is bad.
Yes, terrible, really. If you hit a grain of sand in like a cruiser going at light speed, that would be bad news because the force is just ridiculous.
Yeah.
But so he's like, all right, Rian Johnson ruined hyperspace because Rian Johnson thinks hyperspace is just going really fast. And so one thing that he brought up was like, so, every time somebody invents something, the military tries to make a weapon out of it. And they tried to make Nerf footballs into weapons. But so he's like, so Holdo, the purple-haired lady, is the first person to realize that you can just hyperspace into somebody and kill basically anything. Not only the flagship of the First Order, but like a couple Star Destroyers too.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, there's quite a spread.
no, it was devastation. Like, it was a great looking scene, trust me.
Fuck yeah.
But like, it was just like, and I know that I was supposed to be sad, but I thought Holdo was a stupid character, so I didn't care that I was like, I'm glad you did one cool thing before you died.
Yeah.
So I mean, but it's just, I more do it just to poke fun at it, like, and it, like, it's like where I think another point he had was, it was just like, it's like Finn with the battering ram laser, probably one of the coolest looking scenes in the movie. And, like, I wanted Finn to die at that moment. Not because I hate Finn, just because I think that would have been a bold, creative decision.
Yeah.
And it's like Finn, you know, like this is the Empire Strikes Back part of the trilogy where like bad stuff is happening and
Yeah.
our heroes are at their lowest point and they must battle their way back, and that's what makes them, you know, tenacious and have perseverance and things like that. And Finn is going to sacrifice himself for the Resistance, and then the Asian lady just smashes into him, and it was like, what's gonna save us is love. And I was like, what the fuck? Like, I was like, didn't you tase Finn for trying to leave the First Order?
There was quite a bit of cringe.
I mean, in that, it's just like, I don't think that scene was sentimental or cute. I was just like, okay. Like, everybody you know is gonna die, lady. Like, sorry, like, battering ram laser just fucking destroys the door and they kiss, and I'm like, I don't know if I'm okay with this. Like, I don't know, maybe. Maybe I just like to poke fun at things, but
I enjoyed it.
I enjoyed it. I mean, I had a giant hard on for it like the night that I watched it. Then
see, I did too. And then somebody
Slowly-
pointed out.
well, people started pointing things out, yeah. But then, like, the more I watched it, the more I was like, yeah, this is not my favorite.
It's definitely not the best. I will say it was better than the previous.
See, I don't know. I really like Force Awakens just
Force
because it was like going to see Jurassic World. Like,
Yeah.
was just like all
It was a
that
great.
fan
I saw
service.
Force Awakens in IMAX
Same.
theater,
That was my
And it
very
was-
first IMAX.
and it was a great show. Trust me. Where it's like okay, maybe it's a little lighthearted and where it's kind of like a goofy action.
Yeah, it
adventure.
was just fan service.
Yeah, I mean,
That's what we needed.
It was, yeah. It's what's, you know, the Star Wars fans. Oh, it's the Millennium Falcon. Oh my God, it's
Fucking
not.
10 years.
Yeah, accurate.
10 years, no Star Wars movies. Of course, we need fan service. We
Yeah.
need shit to bring us in there, to bring all,
We need to be
all
drawn
the
in.
old fans, and then bring in the new fans.
Yeah.
Like, it's
I
it's
saw
gotta
what
all
they
be
tried to do, and you know, where it's like, okay, you know, you're setting up these characters. I think that they did a good job with that, and maybe the Last Jedi was a chance to, you know, really flesh out some characters and get some good, you know, show us that these are people like Luke Skywalker. You know, it's, you know, a New Hope. A New Hope is Luke.
yeah.
Hope is a feeling of optimism and positivity, not, bah, I'm an old man and everything sucks. Like who is this imposter? Who is Luke
Yeah.
I mean,
Skywalker?
it's not. It's 30 years.
No, I understand. It would have been one thing if he would have like started off as a grumpy old man, but later maybe like after he talks to Yoda, he rediscovers that hope and that tenacity that made so many people love the character of Luke Skywalker.
Mhm.
But he fights Kylo Ren and he just taunts him. He just makes fun of him. And now he talked to Darth Vader, right? The most evil guy in the universe.
Pretty evil.
Pretty evil. Darth Vader, bad guy, right? Quintessential bad guy. And he was like, Dad, I have hope for you. I believe in you. I don't think the Emperor has a hold of you. I think that you're still a good man. But he fights Kylo Ren, and he's like, fuck you. You're a failure. All your stuff is just garbage. And then he just
This
brushes.
grumpy old man.
He's just very.
Your stance, whack.
Yeah, your stance, whack.
Your lightsaber crystal,
Whack. Like,
When you don't like to smile,
whack. And like he taunts him as a failure.
But the thing is, well, again, that was just a projection of him.
No,
And
but
he-
but he doesn't die. But then he dies anyway because he's a magic ghost. Like, I don't know. Like,
It was just a projection
Yes.
of him
yeah. So like,
used to distract everybody.
yeah, it was a clutch move. But like, still, like, that's the last. We won't see the horrible old man that's pretending to be Luke Skywalker because I don't think that was Luke Skywalker.
That was Luke
Honestly,
Skywalker.
I don't think that was Luke
It-
Skywalker.
That character makes that version of Luke makes so much sense, and I don't get why no one sees that.
No, I get why. Like, look, he lost everything, right? Everything he worked for with the Jedi and trying to rebuild it, it was just thrown back in his face, and he couldn't handle it. That's why he's rotting away on an island somewhere, right? And like, I see that, but like, that's where I go back. A New Hope. Who is A New Hope? It's Luke, and Luke, it needs to embody. You know, I understand that there's a human element of just like everything was destroyed. I'm so discouraged. I just need to get away from it. That's what Luke was trying to do. He's like, he didn't tell anybody where he was going. He was like, I'm done. Like,
Yeah.
I'm spent. I'm used up. Like, what more can the galaxy ask of Luke? He's blew up 2 fucking Death Stars, like, you know, or at least been there for a
I was
couple.
gonna say just a few of them.
Just a few Death Stars.
Yeah, he blew up one Death Star.
Yeah, he got that ventilation. port.
Lando blew up the second one.
Yes, Lando.
Technically.
Thank you for being the only person of color in the original trilogy. I'm sure.
He's
Space.
the baddest motherfucker in the galaxy.
I mean, he's a smooth guy. I mean, but it makes sense to see a lot more people in the newer movies where it's like, oh, space isn't just populated by weird aliens,
They're
a
white
bunch of
guys.
white people, and one black guy on a gas planet. Like, so it was
Yeah,
cool to
it's true.
see. But yeah, I mean, I could talk about that new trilogy all day.
We could talk
so
about Star Wars in general all day, and we might get that chance someday.
one of these days.
One-
Yeah, Star Wars podcast.
All right, wait, it's here.
There is a Star Wars podcast.
Is there?
It's called the Phantom Pod,
Ooh.
or the Phantom Podcast, or the Podcast Menace is what it's called.
I was gonna say, make up your
it's-
mind,
it's
just like
Brandon-
it does.
It's Brandon Stone and Tyler McLaughlin's baby. When they bring it back, who knows? But it does exist.
I would be there for the
I think they did
Renaissance.
3 episodes before. But yeah, I mean, and it was like only once a month. Like that's how often they did it. And I really hope they bring it back. I'd like to get on it and talk some Star Wars. I'm sure you would like to talk Star
Oh,
Wars. You would talk
I
Star Wars.
talk
I like this stuff.
professional bullshit all day.
Yeah.
Weapons grade
But-
savagery.
Today is not that day, and I think I'm ready for some food. I need to go get some food.
I think our work here is done, gentlemen.
Yep, I think
It's
so.
a good show.
It's a good
Patrick,
show.
Patrick, it's good to see you, pal.
It's great to see you,
Yeah,
Dave.
It's good to
Well,
have you back on. You know, we missed your birthday, September 11th.
I mean, I'd like to be here,
We
but
didn't forget it.
no, nobody
forgetting.
forgets. Nobody forgets.
Never
911 fun.
Mom spaghetti.
No one forgets, baby.
Yeah, we celebrated here for you.
I
Yeah.
appreciate it. Thank
I
you,
sat on
gentlemen.
the couch like a fat piece of shit like I normally do.
I mean,
for
I
you.
do that. I do that every
Yeah.
day.
So Patrick, thank you for joining us. yet again.
Absolutely. Thank you
Yes,
for having
Dave,
me.
thank you for being such an amazing temp co-host.
Beautiful
Hopefully I'm
as
doing
usual.
okay. Hopefully
You're
I'm
doing a
okay.
great
Beautiful.
job. You know, these shows have been so fun with you.
Dave,
I like
Dave, I'm gonna power you down real quick. I'm gonna shut him off.
Shut me down.
We gotta put him off in the yeah. Oh no, he's gone. He's gone.
All right. Well, if that is all, that is all. Thank you guys for listening, and please make every day a big dick day. Bye,
Get him.
guys.
Yee yee yee.
Huge, huge, tremendous, really.